We're back for another of the Cauldron Chronicles, and we're here to get into some kick-ass D&D. I'm very excited. As you can see, we have a Hell's Corp with us today. We're very happy to have him. We missed him last week, but he's back, and hopefully he's here for a little bit. So, with nothing else to announce on my end, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to be getting a day stream in, just for funs. I don't know what it's going to be. Who knows? It's going to be something, and we're going to have fun, so that's really all that matters. Keep an eye out. It'll be sometime in the afternoon tomorrow after I finish hanging out with my fam in the morning. But that's it for me, so I'm going to open the floor up to the fellow streamers and individuals below me, starting with Ryan. What you got going on at the Purple House that you want to share with the good people here in chat?
Well, my goodness God almighty, it's been a bit of a janky couple of days over at the Purple House. We've had some wild tech things. Probably going to be off tomorrow just to figure out what's going on. It's seeming like RAM. Probably RAM, it always is.
Glory,
but
RAM.
You're RAM. We're pushing through, we're pushing through. The only important thing today was that I had to do this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, oh JG.
Oh, he's changing.
Oh, happy birthday to you. I love you, baby. Kisses to you. Mwah.
Thank you. Love you.
We were getting to that. Thank you for doing the song for us. Now I don't have to sing completely by myself. This is good. It's been a lot of birthdays. We had a Hell's birthday to celebrate last week. We got a JT birthday to celebrate this week. What'd you do for fun today, JT? Tell us all about it because it's your turn to talk.
I took today off work. that was my fun thing for the day. I didn't work.
Can you ask for a better birthday?
But yeah, that's pretty much what I did for the birthday so far. And now I'm here with the lovely gents to play some fucking D&D.
Woo, fucking
Must be
D&D.
nice. I didn't even take my birthday off.
Dude, I do it every year. Every single year.
We got a weather check from Goblets. Exclamation point D100 if you don't mind there, good sir. And we'll see what we get for weather today. I'm adjusting the Ryan cam.
This is your birthday song. It is not very long.
Well, perfect. Next up, we got Chris. What do you got going on there, buddy? You little smooth face.
Yeah, it's hot, so I got rid of all of the face pubes.
I can understand doing that.
He's a nice steward is somewhere. He'll make an
Nice.
appearance at one point.
He'll show up eventually. He always does. Last up,
I heard
Hell's Corp. What do you got going on, buddy? What do you want to share with the peeps?
I've just been sick. There's not much going on.
Well, I'm
A lot
glad
of
you're
gnats
here.
at my house if anybody wants to come get them.
Say Mats?
Gnats.
Ah.
Gnats.
Huh.
We
Good
actually
notice.
left out a bowl of fruit when I was in
Ooh.
the hospital, and we came back to just a whole bunch of gnats.
That's not what you
'Cause
want.
I was out of the house for like 2 weeks.
Well, we're
Yup,
glad you're back.
Yeah.
Figured you
it
were
sucked.
gone for a bit. I've been good, Goblets. We've been chilling. The campaign's been rolling right along. But I'm very happy to have everyone here today. Last week, we had a pretty exciting session. So we'll dive into a quick recap of that before getting on to the weather check. And I was a 9. Okay, that's good. That's good for you guys, considering how the last one ended. So, without further ado, let's get back into it. Last week, after successfully defeating the scouting party of drowned that seemed to be crawling from some kind of underground cavern system, the party delved deeper into the caverns below and discovered that they were in fact inside an ancient Drokari tomb somewhere, or temple built somewhere sometime long ago. After some cursory investigations, they discovered the very tale that led to the creation of these creatures and the Dragonborn who now reside in the southeast of the continent. Leaving Greg Johnson behind to guard the exit/entrance while you delved further into the temple, you decided your journey would take you further underwater, using the bag of holding and the limited air supply within to transport Dusty Sharpclaw safely to the other end of the submerged tunnel, though not without difficulties along the way. You did some more scouting, and as you kind of breached the surface above, you realized that in the far end chamber of this temple, that there was indeed another figure, and seemingly was aware that something was amiss. You decided to try to approach stealthily. However, as you emerged from the water at the base of what appeared to be a large dragon-shaped altar, Xechas, you found yourself greeted with the end of a pistol barrel pointed directly at you. At which point the individual inside, who revealed himself to be named Captain Voros, asked you to come and have a little talk. But you did, and you, after discussing for some time the different motivations between you all and what each of you was willing to sacrifice along your path to glory and power, came to an agreement with this individual. Instead of risking a siege of the town which you had now grown to call home, you agreed that you would, through either deception or force, transport the target of Captain Belros's revenge back to where he resides. How you will do this, however, is still very much up in the air. You did manage, along with your deal, to free what few prisoners he had left in his possession, and returned to the entrance to find Greg going over each of the stones here and each of the stories one by one, trying to learn as much as he can along the way. You agreed to part ways with the survivors, who would find their own way back to the town when the storm came to an end. And with that, the four of you set out into the windy winter storm that had blown in off the lake. And as we pick up, as you guys have been wandering in the storm for a few minutes now, you notice the winds began to slow, the snows begin to fall a little lighter, and it appears as if the worst of the storm has already blown over, and you caught maybe just a tail edge of it, as Goblets and Warlocks weather check comes into play. You find yourself on a fairly calm, snowy afternoon, I think, at this point, because you guys rested before going down there. So at this point, it would be probably mid-afternoon as you make your way out. What are you guys doing?
I think, thank goodness the storm seems to be ending. It'd be awful traveling through that.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's quite fortunate. Getting a little tired of the non-clear skies.
Yes, as am I.
Get cold. As much as I don't mind the cold, I don't like going against the wind. The wind is just a resistance. It's no. Ugh.
Luckily, I got my fur, but the fur can only do so much in these times.
Are you still wet at all? I know.
Of course,
fur doesn't
always
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
wet
I'm so
every
sorry.
time.
Yeah, you're all completely soaked to the bone after having, swam through that entire section.
Sure.
Spent some time in the water, except maybe you, like Carl, since you were turned into a giant octopus for the whole time down there.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I sloughed off a lot of the water. I love
Yep.
it.
Yeah, come out dry.
We could stop for a short while and have a quick fire, dry off if we'd like.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we could for sure. Unless you can do that thing by Carl where you get rid of it.
Oh
Whatever you did that one time.
As soon as they say that, I just go, "Oh yeah!" Clap, and then this sonic wave from my hands pops out and just dries everyone within a 30-foot cube.
You just do destroy water.
Oh, just
Yeah. And y'all just feel like a little bit too dry, honestly. Like it dries out your skin a
Oh,
little bit. There's
yeah.
some cracking on the lips. I went a little
Nothing
too hard.
changes.
Dust to
Xechas.
your nose kind of, gets a little on the drier side.
It's like,
I know all about that.
I know all about that.
Oh, that'll do the trick. Now we can just march right on.
I forgot I could do
Good one.
that.
I figured in the interest of time. Speaking of which, we should get to the boat, right? Take the boat back.
You do
Probably.
recall that you
Yes.
parked the boat near the lumber mill, further up the path towards where the river kind of thins out.
Right.
You also
going-
remember
going
there is-
downstream will be much faster.
A fairly warm and substantial structure there as well, but it's up to you guys if you use it or not.
All right.
Probably.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
Right.
Head to the boat.
And we got to think too. While we're on this little mission thing, I think we might be kind of safe from the bulk of the blue rod zombies. Maybe.
Well, we do know where they all are.
And
True.
with them being commanded, I would imagine he's not commanding them to attack
That's a
us
subby, babe. Love you.
anyways.
So hopefully we
All
don't
right.
have to find out, but it would be nice
Right.
if we do encounter one of the docile, at least. But don't count on it, I think.
Right. To the open seas.
On the way back, we can kind of go over what we're gonna do, because at this point, I'm still not fully sold.
Yes, I have a couple of ideas. Yes, we'll talk
Grab
on
them
the
and
boat.
go.
Well, if we get caught grabbing and going, there's a good chance we're never coming back to our home again. Otherwise,
You guys can
we
come
will
with
find
me
ourselves-
and stay in
Yes.
the holes.
I do
The
believe
holes?
that
There
a
are
fair
lots
bit
of them. I'm sure you could
finesse
have one
will
or
be
two.
required with this.
Sure, finesse. But always good to have a background plan in with the holes. We can definitely
Holes, there
earmark.
are so many.
Right, we could have our pick. Oh my God.
Yeah, you could have two holes.
Grandpa. It's too damn
Hell.
bad.
The way it's seeming, you could have
Me
three
too,
holes.
granddaughter.
Well, let's not get crazy. I can't promise nobody 3 holes.
Mike Carl starts counting holes. 1, 2.
Hell, you get stabbed enough time, you could have more than 3 holes.
Sure.
Or exploded.
Is that what happens to you when you vent too much? I need to stop asking questions like that. It's insensitive.
No, I literally exploded, that's why and he points to his arm.
Oh God, damn it. Okay, yeah, we need to get you home. We need to get you back to the shop.
No, I'm
Find
quite
you
alright.
some
I'm just making fun
something
of
to
you.
buffer. Sandpaper. I'm just looking around on the ground now for anything. I'm a
There's
bad
literally
provider.
nothing visibly wrong with Xechas at all. He looks fine.
Oh God, okay. I'm just assuming underneath what you have covered up, it's all just blood and metal. Oh,
Oh no, it's actually quite it's been years since that happened. It's quite all well healed up.
okay, good.
You've seen
Okay,
it, don't
okay.
you remember?
Every
guys.
day, I
You got
worried that after a little fighty, you know, I just one bad snap and you're gonna lose all the gears in your arm, and then it's just gonna be like a bunch of reactions on top. I've seen a clock stop working before.
True. I can promise you I'm a fair bit more robust than a clock, though.
Do you
I'll
promise?
warn you though. They say that a single piece of sand can mess up a clock.
I've heard this. I've
So
heard
be
this
careful
before.
with this. And he puts it in your hand.
It just kind of falls through his metallic hand and
Okay,
check it out.
sure.
Careful.
Just goes right through. Good. But you're better than a clock. You're stronger than a clock. I'm gonna remind myself of that a lot.
He's
Well, I would
stronger
hope
than a
so.
clock.
Soul
I mean,
built
clock.
this.
More robust than a clock. You should get that written somewhere.
Could engrave it on something in there.
Good.
He's a rather big, somewhat meaty clock. Ask me.
Meaty clock. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's use that in the future. Big, bouncing, meaty clocks. Ocean.
I need someone to roll me a survival check to lead your way around the
Gotcha.
lake, past the town, and back to your
Absolutely.
fucking
I've
boat.
got you.
Oh,
I have no idea where the boat is. I
We
don't
happen
know where
to
the
be
boat
in
is.
woods.
You were
I've
there
never
when they
seen
parked it.
With
Is this
guidance.
a wooded area, perhaps?
Yes, you are in the very much in the fucking woods. Okay.
That's gonna be that's 24.
Oh my god. Okay.
Greg goes the opposite direction.
Yeah, so with a 24, you
There's
make
nobody
your
gonna
way
catch him.
immediately through the forest, kind of using the lake as a little bit of a guide and making your way back around towards the town as best you can remember it. As you start going, Greg Johnson's like, I know the way! And splits entirely off from the group and goes
Wait.
90-degree
Yeah,
angle the
yeah, well,
opposite way.
Not boats back
What?
this way. I remember.
But
I remember where I
what is-
parked.
Okay, I'll trust you this time.
I'm
Hey,
pretty good at remembering my parking spots.
Greg files
he goes
in.
in front of you.
Because leading. Fair enough. You
I
all
would pay money to sit in his brain for 5 minutes.
There's a lot of space.
you could just turn
Oh.
into a bug and fly on in there.
Yeah, you probably could.
After a while, you guys make your way past the town, which is very much still in the state. You left it looking a little still worse for wear, but it seems like there haven't been any further attacks since you guys made your way out and had your dealings with Captain Belros. So you continue straight through the town with Gregory kind of half leading, or not Gregory, Greg Johnson, not Gregory. God damn it. With Greg kind of taking the lead, but every time he goes a little off course, Dusty, you kind of just nudge him in the right direction so he continues to guide you the right way, eventually reconnecting with the small path that leads to the home, and there you find it, your boat tied up to the same small dock out in the water.
I'm like a dog that just keeps seeing squirrels and just like going off.
This is why he can't be off leash.
We gotta work on his recall.
Oh god. Eventually you find your way to the small kind of in-between house set up by the dock here for sailors to rest on before continuing inland, and you see your rowboat tied up to the dock, but almost pointlessly so, as a thin layer of ice has formed around the dock on this kind of calmer section of the river, and the boat is kind of just in the ice at the moment.
You said rowboat. I heard robot, and I was very confused
This is
for
a
about
robot.
0.3 seconds.
Why always the
Like,
robot?
what the fuck are you talking about?
The
We
robot.
call him unnamed intern.
Oh, he's back.
There's an entire product
Whoa.
line of unnamed interns now. Thank you very much.
Yes, there are.
But yeah, your boat's kind
Among
of just
other
like
things.
semi-frozen over in the water, but the ice still appears fairly thin from what you can see of it.
Fancy.
It is still
Because I think
quite cold, and by this point, you're getting to around supper time. I think it's a good 3-4 hour walk from where you were on the other side of the lake, all the way around, and then back up to the river.
did we dock the boat by that house, like that halfway house type
Yep.
of thing?
Yep, the one where you first fought the drowned and Vikarl
Yes.
contracted the plague. That's exactly where you are.
Well, it seems like it would probably be a little bit late to embark on our way.
Here you go.
Yeah, we
Nice.
should probably rest up in a little
There's your shitty little boat tied up to
shack
the dock.
here.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Make sure the beds are clean
Where
from
we
the last
going?
time. We don't want any of the rot around.
Sure, I'll know
Yes.
that smell the moment I walk in. Don't worry. Oh.
Okay. So you guys make your way into the building. You find it very much as you left it. It doesn't appear many other people have stayed here. If any, the beds are... I'm going to assume you guys didn't make them because you left in quite of a hurry, so some of the beds are still quite disheveled, and you do see the one where Vikarl was seemingly laying, as there is just a little bit of dried crusties from his boils and infection that you see has kind of stained the mattress and been almost frozen in here since the fire hasn't been active since you guys were last here. It does appear like most of the inside has frozen. Ew is right, yes. Very, very
You
nasty.
could pick up the bed sheet and it would just stay in its shape.
Probably. pretty close, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I should probably be the one to do this. I'm gonna go, and I just start folding it and just crunch, crunch.
Like
I hate every
Tark's-
moment of this.
Like Tark's cum sock, yeah. Can use it
That's
to clean
awful.
your whiteboard.
I'm taking it out. I'm holding it in front of me, and I'm gonna take this out to the woods.
Good idea.
Greg left. Yeah, you take it outside, no problem. Just kind of yeet it into the forest.
I frisbee it, and it flies like 10 feet. Just Jesus.
Roll me an
God.
athletics check, please.
Oh no! Whoop.
For
And
discus
whoop, whoop.
throwing. This is an athletic event.
For alternate
Yes. Oh yeah, I
frisbee.
have disadvantage from
Ooh.
Corey. And
that's true.
That is a nat 1.
Okay, bye. Sorry. As you go to throw the folded, crusty blanket, where you folded it kind of opens up and catches in the light breeze and just blows back onto you.
Oh!
As it catches.
No!
It's so, like, it bends a little, but you manage to shrug it off and just leave it where you left it. Now this open,
cast
crusty
Thunderwave.
sheet.
Just instinctively, I've never cast it before. I just and the whole thing.
Everyone inside the shack, you hear,
What
oh no! And then there's like a shaking, some dust falls down from the rafters and some snow through the
I know that
gaps in the
sound.
wood.
I didn't know I could do that either. It's coming back down. No!
I look at the door and then I close the door again as that shit is coming back down.
You see the sheet in the fucking air drifting back down.
As
Who
you
the
guys
hell is
walk,
firing muskets out there?
As you walk
are you
back
all right,
in-
Carl?
Goes that Hells?
Oh,
I was saying, as you walk back in, you see Greg over by the fireplace, rubbing sticks together, making 0 progress.
Roll
He's
me.
trying to light this fire.
What's the special skill we gave Gregory again? Or Greg?
Buffoonery.
Yeah, roll me a buffoonery
Buffoonery.
check, please.
I'm glad we're all having the same amount of luck here.
As you're sitting there just trying to make a fire, Vicarl comes in and you look away for just long enough for a spark to take and kind of jump up onto your shirt and just begin charring a hole in the fabric of your shirt. And you do have a little patch of flaming cloth right now.
Hilarious.
Brush.
Well, he's putting it out. I'm gonna just send a firebolt into the fire.
Fair. As you're kind of brushing the hot coals off, it falls down onto your tinder and begins to spark just as Xechas comes over and ignites it the rest of the way. And together you have started. And in your mind, you started the best fire you have ever seen.
You're so good.
Xechas didn't help at all. That was all you.
No,
Great job, Greg. Now we'll stay warm tonight. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh my god. Vicarl, you have advantage from Kayla.
Thank you, baby.
So, as the fire begins to burn, the warmth spreads throughout the small cabin here, kind of chasing the cold away. You all find yourself in a fairly well-stocked and cozy cabin. What's the plan for the evening, boys?
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh?
I think that I'm gonna take out that pennant thingy, that sapphire, that cracked sapphire pennant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try and figure out what it is. I don't have identify, but I'm gonna try and do some I don't have identify prepared.
Roll me an Arcana check.
I'm gonna try and figure out what it is.
Very high DC.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Oh, that's
Okay.
animal hair. Whoops.
22.
Same modifier, doesn't
Okay.
matter.
You're not sure what this used to be, or what this is, or what it was even used
Mhm.
for. You know that at some point it was heavily enchanted, and as you try to figure out what it was, you're not sure.
Wow, even a 22 wasn't enough. That's crazy.
Very high DC.
Mm-hmm. Probably had to get a
Where exactly did I pull this out of again, DM?
The engravings in the altar of the temple where the captain and you guys were talking and everything. There was gem studs all
Right.
embedded in it with this one in the center. You do
Yes.
know it is a sapphire, but yay big, beautifully carved. The sapphire or emerald?
It has a
Sapphire.
crack in it.
Yes, and it is cracked. It looks like at one point whatever was done to it or whatever enchantment laid upon it grew dormant and eventually it broke. As far as you can tell, you're not sure what would have caused this. Needed a 25, unfortunately.
I figured. Curses, I can't figure out what this is right now. Perhaps I can tomorrow with the right preparations. Just rather interesting, isn't it?
I'm not particularly good with magic, but I could see if Violet could see anything if it's from that cave.
Oh yeah.
Sure, see if it
Or I
resonates
guess I
with
could
her or
read it
anything, I'm not
myself.
sure.
Either or. Violet, come on. Get out here.
I'll give it to you.
I'm gonna open the bag for her.
Violet, she kind of comes out onto the now warm cabin floor. Looks up at you expectantly.
Do you feel anything when I show you this?
Nice.
Anything?
Pretty. Nice.
Fair? I'm gonna look at it.
Smells like dragon.
Well, that's
Smells like me, but different.
gotta lean down and
You don't understand this, Sehas, unless you speak Draconic.
Right.
well, lean down and like flick at the gem on her back. One of them. So you reckon that this probably came off of a dragon? Like the ones on your back?
Not my back. And she kind of raises her neck up towards you, and in the center of the chest where all the scales kind of convene, you see a not entirely dissimilarly shaped gem. It definitely is much smaller and seems to be a part of her and is growing with her, but as far as you can tell, this is very similar in shape.
Oh,
What's up, Zach? Thanks for the alert, buddy.
all right. I'm gonna look over it. Is there any there's no writing at all?
Nope. Just a gold necklace attached to a sapphire gem.
Well, I mean, as I said, I'm not good at the arcane outside of draconic stuff that I do. But based on what Violet's saying, it's similar to what's on her chest. Maybe something similar to a heart gem or something. I don't know, some kind of specialized thing. Maybe. That's our best guess.
They can sell for a lot, just saying.
Well, if it is that seems like a rather important piece, does it not?
The heart, almost. The center.
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, I can sit here and speak draconic like I would to activate my own magic and see maybe if I resonate with it, but that's about all I got. Okay, can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
That I have to nat 20 to get?
I will say with advantage.
I'll give you guidance.
I tell you, the guidance doesn't help me unless I nat 20. I don't think.
As best you can tell, this was a gem that was once the center scale, more or less, of some kind of dragon, based on the fact it was placed in the altar. Based on the fact it was placed in the altar to Theron Ithil, the Lord of Thundering Skies. You can maybe presume that he was the dragon it came from. That's really all you know about it.
Sits there for a minute. Yeah, if I can't just say the word and it happens, it's not gonna happen. Putting two to two together, it seems like this is probably Theron Ithil's stone, maybe, because it was in his tomb or temple.
His temple.
I don't know if that was his tomb, although given this gem, maybe. See.
that would be rather interesting.
Another reason to go investigate the volcano, I suppose.
Yes. Well, perhaps I should keep the safe in the bag for now.
Yeah, you gather with more time with it and further chances to research and study it in a more controlled environment than just a kind of semi-freezing cold cabin in the middle of nowhere. Like take it into your lab and actually analyze it and do a little more time with it. You can maybe surmise what it was used for.
And I'm going to try and cast Identify on it in the morning.
Okay, easily done.
Alright, well, I'll have a look with a different spell in the morning.
All right. Do you want to discuss what we're doing tomorrow? Today? Or I guess it might take us another day or so to get there. But the plan. What are we doing going forward?
Very scary having to think about, isn't it?
Well, I do have a couple of thoughts. I do think that it would be not a good idea to attempt to kidnap him. I just don't see how that happens in the middle of Fort Mistmere.
It would be rather difficult, for sure, to not get caught, especially. I mean, taking him out of there is one thing, but not seeing taking him out of there, totally different.
Right. And it would only be a matter of time before somebody says that they're missing.
What if we hit him over the head?
Well, that would be the method to accomplish it, yes. However, we may not want to accomplish that.
Sure.
My line of thought is that he seemed like he committed a mutiny. What kind of man who commits a mutiny doesn't have an ego? We appeal to that. We tell him that the only way this stops is that if his former captain, who he thought was dead, is not, if he comes and takes care of it personally, he may just march right in there with us.
Stroke the ego. I see. I like that idea a lot. It would make sure that him being gone for a while isn't something that's weird. He would tell somebody some sort of lie or tell them the truth and get everyone in the idea of it, whatever it takes, but we could have a lot more time with him.
Yes.
We could.
Or something along those lines. My other thought is that I don't think we can be seen as having helped Captain Voros. Sorry, is that
Belros. B-E-L-R-O-S.
Yes. I believe if we do help him and succeed, we need to make it look like we escaped. Perhaps one of us gets infected. Type of thing.
Not it.
I do believe that a certain measure of deception is going to be needed to pull this off.
I can talk, but I ain't I'm not a businessman by no measure. But I can, if it's our best bet, I will try.
Basically, just tell him that he's the only hope at ending this. That we've done everything we can, but we can't do it without him.
All right, well. We can, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other options outside of, as Greg said, hitting him in the head and
right over the head. Yup.
Somehow getting him out of there.
Yes, it's
Plan
either
B?
that, or we talk him into it, or we simply do nothing and allow all of Fort Mistmere to burn.
That's
I think
not
option
the
3
most
is off the table.
Yeah, it's not the most attractive option.
And that would give
Yeah.
you like 3 to 2 days to save all the townsfolk somewhere, but mostly yes. Does sound like the plan is to attack the fort in the next 4 to 5 days.
Okay. Try our best to convince him that he needs to get over there by telling him the captain is not as dead as he thought. Hopefully he takes the bait on that one. Worst case scenario, he doesn't. Then,
We scare him.
exactly. Terrify him. Bonk him, maybe?
Dead.
Well,
Bonk!
maybe bonking. Yes, exactly, Greg. Bonking.
We do know
Option
that
C.
we could put him in the bag of holding for 3 minutes or for 10 minutes if we do end
Oh,
up
that
needing
would
to knock him out.
That would scare him something good. Imagine suffocating in a vast space like that. Now that would put the fear of God in him. I always got to make sure to keep option C an option, which is getting everyone in the town out of there best we can. I'll be keeping that in the background, sort of.
We could send them to the lumber mill.
True.
Not a lot of people left there.
Well, here's my thought. Because if we tell him about the dude,
Sorry,
you know,
neighbors are being loud. Had to give him the finger.
I get you.
if we try to coax him out and we let him know about the captain, then there's a good chance, with him being a coward, he's going to try to... The only way he's going to want to move is when surrounded by his men. That was the plan of taking him to the lumber, right? The issue is, we could also try to convince... I always forget the man's... Hebscorn, I believe? That's the man we deal with, right?
You
There
mostly
is.
deal with the mayor. Thorn Glem, I believe his name is.
Thorn Glem.
Thanos Duster. Thorn was the head of the boarding house. But you've
Ah,
mostly
yes, I
spoken
have
with
him
Thanos.
in my other tag.
Yeah, Governor Hebscorn Miranda was the you met him the first day you were there. He seems to have been maybe a tentative ally of Saul's previously, but he's been away on business very much since that first meeting.
Not Hebscorn. Dustin. Thanos. We could always talk to him, let him know that we weren't able to deal with the captain ourselves. That he was too powerful. We'd have to rough ourselves up probably a little bit. And then hopefully initiate an evacuation plan.
Right?
Get them all out of there. And the problem with that is we'd have to convince the company to stay and fight for the town.
Which would be hard, but not impossible.
I don't know if they'd be ready to just give up the whole town.
Well, my worry with that is then they try to drag townspeople into it, which I suppose, given the conversations we've had, that if the townspeople really want to fight blue-rotted zombies, that's going to have to be their prerogative. I would just rather find the way where we can keep as many alive as possible, or eliminate as many of the company as possible without really knowing. Word getting out.
So I think it would involve mostly just telling people we trust and saying goodbye to the rest of them. Aha!
I mean, it's that, or we try plan one, Xechas said.
Right?
And, I mean, if he doesn't believe me, who knows how that's going to go in and of itself. And then we
Sure.
just warn people past that.
Yeah. Plan A first, and then plan,
It does.
dear fucking God, I hope it works.
Well,
But plan A sounds good.
And plan A does, if it does fail, gives a good preface for Plan B. because
Right.
it gives a reason for the attack, which
Sure.
is actually true.
Right? Yes. Oh. Still nerve-wracking.
Yep. All right. Well,
I
let's
believe
get
we can
good
do it.
rest. Go in the morning.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, after having discussed your plans, is anyone taking a watch for the night?
I'll cast alarm on the door.
Of course.
There you go.
As you do.
I just need 4 hours. I can take watch for the rest of the night.
All right, I'll stay up. I'm feeling squirrely.
Okay. Roll me a perception check while everyone kind of tucks in for their evening's rest. Everyone picks a bed. There are plenty here. There's 2 sets of bunk beds, or 2 sets of bunk beds on either side, so 4 beds total per side here. Roll with advantage, right, Carl, because this one's hard to miss.
Up. Up. Okay.
Okay.
14.
As everyone kind of settles in for their evening's rest, you kind of sit by the front window, still getting some of the warmth off the fire and looking out to the outside. And you see emerging from the trees in unison an entire horde of blue rot zombies, all just stepping towards the water, just passing the cabin by entirely. One you see kind of turns, sees you inside the window, turns his head back towards the water, and they continue, and you watch as they step out onto the ice and then just off the edge into the deep waters below, and just each sink down one by one, all walking downriver towards where you know Fort Mistmere to be. It seems like their forces are still moving into position.
Okay. Can't say I'm surprised. I look over at everyone sleeping and just... They won't be surprised either. I'll keep them... I'll tell them when they wake up.
Fair enough.
Oh, God. I'm just watching the whole time. Every time one walks, Jim just...
That continues for about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah,
Just a
2 hours of this.
never-ending parade of seemingly long dead sailors now.
Oh, that one
returned.
tripped.
Just
Oh, he lost a
continues
toe.
walking towards the water as he does so. After
Get your
about
toe.
4 hours, Xechas, you kind of finish your little meditation, and you see Carl just staring out the window at all of these events still unfolding.
I don't see anything. I just come and look out the window next to him. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Quite
Can't
rather a
help
lot
but
of them.
feel like maybe this is a show of... Do you think maybe he told them to go this way just as a reminder, you know?
Perhaps. I hope not, but perhaps.
Worked for me. This has been going on for 3 hours.
Oh goodness.
Just like a steady, ever-present moaning sound from outside the window as body after body make their way past.
I stopped counting. Look at all the footprints. Look at all the toes they left behind. It's insane.
Oh my. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them out there.
Yeah.
There's
This
a
is-
pinky toe.
Yeah. Getting very, very, very real.
Yes. Well, you should get some rest. We have a long day of travel ahead of us.
Yep. I should sleep. I'm gonna go count blue rotted people in my sleep. 1, 2,
1 blue rotted
3,000.
2 blue rotted
3,000.
zombie. 3 blue rotted zombie. Eventually you drift into a blue zombie infested sleep full of blue zombie dreams. Like Carl, as you lay there, you're just like settled right down. Xechas, oh god. That is the actual look. That's exactly what it looks like. Xechas, you
Rot.
spend the rest of the night watching, and just before the sun you see just the first light, that little hint of gray on the horizon. The last of the drowned makes their way past and just slinks into the frigid waters of the river nearby. It disappears.
My. At some point in the night, I'm going to ritual cast Identify on the sapphire.
Okay, roll me an Arcana check. It's a much lower DC.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm gonna benefit it anyways.
Oh, you're good. With Identify, you already know what it is as you do so, but as you delve deeper and deeper into the magic, trying to understand, this is an enchantment that has not been seen to your knowledge of some kind. This is a gem of containment. And from what you can learn about it, this was a gem that was said to contain the very soul of Theron Ethil, the Lord of Thundering Skies, at one point. It was meant originally to preserve the souls of their, for lack of a better term, deities, who were very real beings at the time. You're not sure what the breaking of it means, but it's pretty clear to you that the magic has long since broken and whatever was inside is now gone.
Wow. Okay. Do I think that I could repair it?
Most likely. Though
Okay.
it would never again contain the soul it once did, you understand that with some tweaking and a little extra work put into it, you could maybe have this contain something else, which could come and go in as it pleases.
Ah. A light bulb appears above Xechas's head and starts flashing. Ding, 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 ding. And he puts it back in his megafolding, all excited and giddy.
There you go. As you kind of...
Pokeball.
More or less. As you spend the rest of the time with this object and watch as the last of the drowned disappears into the waters below, the party, after their full rest, begins to awaken just as the sun begins cresting over the eastern sky, kind of sending a nice pale golden light across the wintry snow-covered ground here. The weather still very much like it was the previous day, just a very clear sky with a light kind of frigid wind blowing, but apart from that, just a standard winter day. Looking outside the window, you see more of the river has kind of frozen over in time, but you can see patches where some of the drowned just straight up fell through a thin patch of ice and then it refroze over the course of the night. You all awaken. The fire at this point, I gather you maintained it throughout the night to keep the warmth up?
Yes, and about an hour before everyone got up, I'll have taken my magically created mundane cook's utensils
Yep.
and some of the probably the last of the deer meat at this point, and cook it all up.
Okay. So you all awaken to the smell of cooking meat and warm fire.
Meat.
That
and
smells
I'll use
incredible.
whatever spices and stuff are in here. I remember there was some from last time.
Yeah, there's some rudimentary supplies out for travelers to kind of use. It's kind of like a co-op vibe where you just take some, leave some if you need it. But you do find enough to season up the food. There's some salt, pepper, some different herbs, and spices. Meat. What's up, Ridiana? Welcome in.
Well, everybody, get a good breakfast, and we have a hard day of travel ahead of us.
Yeah, indeed.
Xechas is actually going to also have, not much, but a little bit for extra bodily fuel,
Okay, fair enough.
even though he doesn't metabolize anything.
No, and you also
Yeah.
don't taste anything, but you can get the idea that it tastes pretty good based on how everyone else kind of reacts to it.
Yep.
What's the plans for the day, boys?
Travel.
Oh, Dusty, I have something terribly exciting to show you.
All right. Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pull the gem out. So, this is the most excited you've seen him in quite a while. since he was wearing his
Okay.
armor.
He's a morning person now.
I'm gonna have to ask you to tone down just slightly. I'm
I like it. Don't
Still-
change a bit.
waking it
Okay,
up.
okay, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So
I just give me a
Found
sec.
Red Bull at 3rd level.
I was able to
All right.
figure out what the sapphire gem is.
Oh, God.
Amazing.
Hi, Chowder.
It I believe it once used to contain the soul or the actual visage, the embodiment of the thundering skies, the deity that we read about in the temple.
You don't say.
You're telling me there was a fucking dragon soul in that thing?
Or
Cool!
perhaps the whole thing, yes. But the exciting thing is that it functions as a sort of vessel for containment, and I believe that I can fix it, and it can be, used to contain other things. As he looks at Violet,
He's gonna look down and in Draconic he's gonna say, well, I think we found you a home. Or at least a room. You got your own bedroom now. Maybe, well, you're going to.
now I don't know if it'll work exactly like that, and I definitely still have to repair it, which is going to be a bit of a finicky process, and I have to be very careful with it, I think.
If anyone can, it's you.
I mean, it's in your hands and I trust you.
But we may have
I'll do it.
I don't trust you. Wait, hold on.
Hold on, wait.
No, hold on now. Hold on.
now.
We may have the travel compartment for Violet figured out in the near future.
Well,
That's
if
good.
you get it done before she needs it, we might need to put Greg in there. Keep him safe from
What are
himself.
you talking about, man? I'm doing great. Look, have some
Dude.
fucking candy, dude. Or Sam.
It's yeah.
Mm.
Just
Delicious.
Say it all the way down.
Oh, a sand.
As I dump it out of my hand.
Man, this candy's gone bad.
No. Aged. Just aged differently.
Yes, very exciting. I'm looking forward to working on it. It's been a while since I've had a good arcane project.
Sure. Honestly, when you brought up the idea of containing something, I thought we were gonna put a kidnap victim in there, but the idea of putting the
Yeah.
dragon in there is even better.
Actually, a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
Theoretically, yes. However, I believe it's going to take some time at home in my workshop to, properly fix it. It's a rather
Well,
How long do you
again-
powerful
have
item.
until we have to bring Guy back?
4 days?
And how long
Yes,
is it going to
it's-
take us to get there?
Day and a half.
Okay, so...
Well, it was a
unless
day and a
you can
half
get it
going-
fixed in a day.
By boat upriver, so it's probably going to be only a day to get back going downriver.
Okay.
If you guys risk it
So-
and ride the current and the potential rapids, that may be a thing. Who knows?
Anyway, you could...
It's whitewater rafting with suck.
Anyway, you could take a check of some sort on how long it'll take you to fix it.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Me?
Good
or him?
numbers,
Him.
17.
You would understand that this level of magic requires power that you don't necessarily have yourself or anyone else on your
Okay.
team. However, if you happen to have a, let's say, ever constantly recurring font of arcane power in your basement, perhaps you could set something up to work. Though you, of course, know the risks of tampering with the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that I think of it, it could be as simple as an arcane power splice from our generator, However,
him.
there is a rather large risk associated with that.
Like
in that,
what?
this happens again.
Oh, yeah,
All
no,
right,
let's
so
not. I don't want that again.
That's fair.
so we get everybody out of the house,
Except for me, yes.
and well, yeah, and then if our house blows up, I guess we're going south
Going with it.
way quicker than we thought we were.
Well, look, if
You
your
know
house
what?
blows
Better
up,
just
if y'all's
me than
house
all of
blow
us,
up,
too.
you don't have to worry about it being blown up by the guy anymore.
Also, we don't have to pay any more taxes.
See, so it's a win-win.
Is nobody considering that I will die if it explodes?
Again.
That's all I'm
You didn't
thinking
die
about.
last time.
He's got a
Yes,
point.
But, however,
Yes, he
Saul was
did.
also around last time.
He literally died.
All right.
You
well,
did die, but someone brought you back. Got it?
we
Okay.
just so happen to know a very mystical drunk who could help us
Okay.
with that, maybe.
We just make sure that
Could he-
the good father's there.
Could he unliquefy me?
Maybe?
Let's say yes. Feels like he knows his way around liquids.
Okay, so here's my question.
You're not wrong, to be fair.
Fuck off, Elscorp, you piece of shit.
That's very true.
That was good.
Yes.
I hate you so much.
I'm curious. I'm not good at magic, as I've said. Don't you have to have like the body and whatnot for recovery?
Hmm.
Because if so, does that count for your? If we just take your metal pieces?
Okay, just bring it down a couple of steps backwards. I do think that I can do it, and I don't think that the risk is quite as extreme as, the whole thing going off. If anything, there will be a magic surge and something. I'll probably get hurt, but it won't be as bad as last time. It was much more raw last time.
Sure,
There's
sure.
probably
Alright.
still the risk, but I don't imagine it's nearly as high as it was. So,
All right. Well, at the end of the day, it's your risk to choose to take.
well, it's a boon that's been dropped in our laps, and I think it would be foolish not to take advantage of it.
Also, I already sent the letter out to Masons. So I'm gonna have to cancel that order.
Oh no, you could keep that for
For
when
that
we're home,
appraisal.
and then this is like a travel
We
thing.
just ordered a consult, really. We haven't paid them anything. We just, asked
I
them
do
to
think
send
Yeah, but
it
it's an
out and check it
appointment.
out.
It's a whole thing. I have to stay at the house for the appointment.
I do think that
Between
having
12 o'clock and
secret-
5 o'clock.
a secret cave would be a rather good thing to have, regardless of space for Violet or not.
Yeah, but then that's money
Gotta
that we
agree.
have to fork over when we could
we'll
just
be
shove her
there
in a gym.
sometime between sunup and sundown.
Yeah, listen, there's this old story I used to read when I was a kid. It would find me even in the woods. It was a story about a man bat who had a cave underneath their headquarters, and I really want to be that.
A man bat. Wow.
That sounds like
Interesting. A man bat would live in a cave, you would think.
I think so too. I want to be man bat.
Let's not worry about that for now. That being said, it wouldn't take all that long to repair, maybe just an hour or so.
all right.
Sounds
Well, I
like
guess we
everything, right?
stop by home. Away.
Could just, sail right there instead of to the fort. Although I don't know if a little dinghy here is particularly seaworthy.
Do we? Well, the water next to our home is kind of down a cliff.
Yeah, you guys
We
haven't
don't
built any
exactly have a
stairs
way
yet.
up the cliffside.
I
Just
could.
another reason for Masons to come have a look.
This is true. I could carry you all as a
And-
giant spider.
To be real, we gotta make sure this boat gets back to the company. Otherwise, I gotta
very
fork
fair.
over all that money.
Yes, perhaps we can just drop it off and then walk back.
Oh, they're gonna ask us questions if we're back.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, maybe we find a way to dock the boat somewhere and then climb the cliff.
Well, you're good at climbing, and like what Coral said, if he can turn into a big spider, and he can carry Greg and I.
The question is
True.
how we're gonna keep the boat there. We'd have to find like a rock in the water.
There's like actively waves breaking against the cliffs at all times. These are not smooth, calm seas. You guys need like a beach or some kind of docking
At that
space.
bridge, DM, at that bridge south of our home where we had the encounter and saved Ashlyn, does that go out to the sea?
It does, but it's a small waterfall.
Fuck.
It literally creaks under the bridge, or it's more of a creek than a fucking river anyway. And then it's just off about a 15-foot cliff.
How big is this boat? Do I think if I tied it to the back of a giant spider, I could walk up
It is a rowboat made for 4. The stat block for it is in the chat. I'm not sure how big. Let's check how big it is. Does it have a weight?
10 foot by 5 foot.
It's a 10-foot by 5-foot boat made to comfortably carry 4 people, up to 6.
How long them octopus tentacles?
You gather you could probably tie a rope to it and maybe together pull it up the cliff if you really needed to. That would not necessarily be an easy feat, but it is a doable one. You have some strong boys on your team.
It's true. Giant spider.
Yeah, I'll sit.
Weighs between 100 to 200 pounds.
Between
according
all of
to
you,
Google.
it's doable.
I say we lug that son of a bitch up the cliff.
I think we can do it, yes.
All right, well, it's coming out of your end if I gotta pay for this fucking rowboat.
You got it.
The other thought is if we go to where that bridge is south of home, where the small waterfall is, and just get out before that and kind of leave it there on the shore. If we could even pull it up the creek.
Oh, we can, for sure.
Can I pick
That
it
might
up?
actually be easier, and we could just hide it with some bushes or something.
It's a
Can I try to
5 foot by 10-foot boat. You can lift it, but being able to physically carry it around is probably pretty difficult.
Vertical up a cliff, yeah, that'd be tough.
No, I just meant like, would it be possible for me to like try and see how easy it is for Greg?
Sure. Before you guys make way, go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Ooh. I want to see him deadlift this
Give you
boat.
guidance.
Roll a 1 and throw your back out.
21.
Okay, that's more than enough. Yeah, you can physically grab on like either side of the 2 benches and like kind of lift it above your head and hold it onto your back. So you know, with some help, you could probably comfortably portage that shit if you needed to take it overland. But being able to carry it up a 15-foot sheer rock face is probably a different matter altogether.
Well, that's
I
quite an
want to
incredible
toss
feat
it
of
up
strength.
No. No.
Well, perhaps we can just find somewhere close to home that's not quite cliffy and carry it the rest of the way.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Suppose.
Doable, I think so.
Okay.
Surely
Well,
there's an
let's
inlet or
gather our
something,
shit.
a beach.
If only we had some sort of man bat.
Between Fort Mistmere and your house
Right?
is only cliffs. There is no beach.
Except for where that little creek
There are no
comes down.
bitches.
Or does that water fall right off the cliff into the
Falls
ocean
right
like
off the
that?
cliff into the ocean.
Ah,
even at
okay, so
low
that's
tide,
how that
these
works.
cliffs are completely like at the water's edge. There's never enough low tide that there's actual beach
Oh.
underneath it.
Perhaps we'll need to haul it up the side of the cliffs and then carry it from there. I think we can do it.
I think that's what we're gonna have to do
just
if
wanna
we start the
point
process.
out,
It's not
you guys have spent longer talking about how to get this boat to your house than you did when you were talking about kidnapping and or, you know, deceiving a high-ranking general / ship captain to go do some shit. And I want to take a minute to appreciate that about you guys.
Humans,
We'd rather
boats.
die
Humans,
by the gallows than have to pay for a boat.
Well, if you think about it,
Oh my god.
the discussion is to repair the thing which we can use to kidnap the guy. So it really is just talking about the plan in a roundabout way.
Fair.
We never do anything in a roundabout way. Us, no.
All right, well, let's be on our way then.
Crazy motherfuckers. Okay. So you're rowing. The first order of business is your boat is still actively stuck in ice about 2 inches thick.
Greg
at this
Johnson
point.
picked it up.
That's true. Just broke it right out of the ice. Good point. Just still got like a little ring of ice around the boat from where it broke. But you guys will have to kind of take it
Phenomenal.
a little further to the edge of the ice. I'll get in, no problem. You are going downriver and traveling at a much faster speed in some parts relatively shallow water. So I'm going to need I guess a boat check from Dusty, our intrepid boat captain
Gotcha.
who hates the water.
Get guidanced.
Make me a
Coming right up.
vehicles boats check.
Fuck for guidance.
God bless the guidance.
Okay, well, it's solid, but not special.
Okay, with guidance of 13. You guys set off in the boat. Vite Carl, you rowing as usual.
Yes, please and thank you.
Okay, while Dusty kind of handles the back. As you know, it is like just a normal like rowboat. It's not a canoe or anything, so it's not necessarily meant for traveling down fast-moving water. But you're kind of leaning on the small rudder at the back, steering it as Vite Carl. Less paddles and more just helps man his way around whatever big rocks and stuff might be in there. So roll me an athletics check, please, Vite Carl.
Gotcha.
I can help.
Athletic. Whoop,
I
I'm
sit in the very
athletic.
front and take my hammer and smash any ice chunks we're gonna run into.
Nice. Hardcore, Zay.
I'd also like to help row if possible. Like
Okay.
before.
So you're each on
Yes,
a...
big boys.
Okay, so I'll make me an athletics check as well. Okay.
23.
So between the three of you, the two Strunk boys at the front using the oars to kind of move and maneuver through the river as it accelerates out towards the ocean. Dusty, you leaning on the rudder as you do so, you manage to avoid a number of large rocks that kind of hang out near the edge, like jutting out of the ice a little bit. And there's a couple times where it's a bit of a close call, but you don't damage either your rudder or your oars on the way down. And you manage to travel for about a good 2 or 3 hours until you come to the point where you found a very washed up and soggy, soaking wet Greg Johnson just a few days before. Greg, you recognize this small little spit of beach that you spent a day trapped in a fishing net on, and you guys kind of pass that point. You do see where the river kind of splits off. It meanders further to the north and around, and then there's a much thinner, much faster flowing creek. Creek might be a bit of a stretch, a little bigger. Ravine, I guess we'll call it, that kind of has woven its way through the grass and sediment here and created a bit more of a, shall we say, rapidsy approach towards the ocean. You gather it would likely be faster if you made your way through there, but the path to your right along the normal meandering river is likely safer. So as the captain, Dusty, you have a choice to
I'm
make.
gonna holler out to everybody, shortcut!
Sure.
And as soon as Mike Carl says sure, without any other confirmation, I turn the rudder to go the
Oh!
You lean on the rudder
it's
again,
fucking time.
putting your weight onto it. What's up, Tart? We made a reference to your cum sock earlier. I just wanted you to know that.
I threw it in the wind and then blew it up.
It got back on your face. You just lean on the rudder and immediately steer the boat towards the kind of thinner, more ravine-like section And it looks a little smooth at first. You see the water trying to move its way completely heteroways. Yes, 100%. It starts off a little calm at first, and then as you kind of drop down and weave around to the left, you do see a number of large rocks and kind of these rapidsy points of the river flowing over them. So I'm going to need a, let's just go a straight up boats check. Your guys' rowing at this point is mostly unneeded, as this is a very fast moving body of water. You can try to if you want. Mainly I need a check from the captain again. Roll me a vehicle.
Have another guidance, Captain.
There you go.
Right. I
Also-
never fail these.
Hells, I just noticed your George Bush getting the shoes thrown at and man bat background.
It's great. But it stays crusty and changes color with each meal. It does. It's a mood cum sock.
It was a rough check.
Okay, 14.
Wasn't the best of
It's
checks.
a rough check. So as you're kind of making your way down, you come around a bend and you try to use all your weight to steer the small rowing boat, and you slam it against a rather large rock on the side of the water and feel it scrape down the wood. I am going... Do you have the boat stat block?
Oh, yeah.
Your hull takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
DM, can I immediately hit that spot with a mending?
Yeah, you can, technically,
Nice.
but eventually you're not going to be able to. Like, these are big holes getting broken in the boat.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll just try
so
to keep up with it.
you
as much
can
as
you
I
can fix that one. Greg, with
Okay.
your check too, you kept them from hitting more rocks. So as like the first rock hits, Greg jams the oar kind of into the side of the, like, lifting it completely from its little holder, jams into the side of the creek bed or the river bed, and pushes away from the rock as best you can. As a chunk of wood comes off into the boat, Xechas, you hastily come over and just unleash some of the mending goo onto it and seal it up. Kind of like almost just like this weird gluey substance. As it dries, you can still see clearly where the repair was. You gather you guys are in some pretty rough water. I need another check from Dusty, please. Shout out
Pretty
big
sure this
holes.
was a good idea.
You want another?
Well, we're kind of
No,
in it
just
now.
just Dusty on this one, and how he does affects
Okay.
what happens next. You got that plus
Fucking
6, and
dead,
you still
man.
can't roll above like a 12. An 11.
Hold
Do you
on.
we still have guidance
13.
Every time he does one of these, yeah.
as you push, or as Greg pushes off the one side, your boat drifts dangerously towards the left side of the river, and again just slam into a rather large rock over there, and you take only 3 points of bludgeoning damage as one of the planks on the side of the boat cracks inward, and some water begins filling. Xechas, I assume you mend that as well. You are able to. I'll say
If possible.
anything below 5 points you can start mending, but the boat's starting to take some hits along the way. And at this
Also,
point,
take out some nails and physically hammer the planks back into place with the mending.
at this point, there is about 3 to 4 inches of water in the bottom of your rowboat that has already begun to come in, and mending does nothing to fix that.
Destroy water.
Clap! I look down and go, no! Clap!
Is that
and just, poof.
how does destroy water work again?
I can get rid of up to 10 gallons of water in an open container within range.
Okay, I'll count the boat as an open container in this sense.
Yes!
I was worried that it would be like
Oh,
it's just a
God,
straight up 10-foot radius, and you just cast it, and all the water around the boat goes woof, and the boat just falls and sinks to the bottom.
I like to think I don't
And
have
then
quite a
the
lot of
river-
control on it, so a little bit of the water outside of the boat also, just so there's a moment of rush.
You quickly cast that, and I was gonna go
Oh
to
my
a skill
God.
challenge, but y'all are already helping in so many ways. But this time, as you hit that large rock, the boat begins to spin, caught in the current. You are no longer in control. The oarsman, I guess at this point, it's more or less up to you. Dusty, you're trying to lean on the rudder as much as possible and right the boat, but you're just aimlessly spinning down these rapids about to crash into more rocks. What are the two boys with the rudder or the oars doing?
I'm gonna try to like jam the oar into the like creek bed and try to like stop us from spinning.
Okay. What about you, Vaitkar?
I would like to pull the oar into the boat, put it down, and I'm gonna go closer to the front of the boat, and I'm just gonna hold on to it, looking, bracing myself, getting ready to cast Create Water at the moment of impact right in front of the boat.
Christ almighty. Okay, so, Greg, roll me an athletics check at disadvantage because you are currently spinning. 10, okay.
So
Can I guidance
it'd
him?
Well, no, I messed up.
You're already doing
Uh,
mending, so no.
Yeah, I rolled at advantage, but I don't know which one. Oh wait,
We take for disadvantage. We just take the lower one, which is a 10.
right.
So-
But I was already at advantage.
So it would
would've
have just been the straight roll. So the 16.
Yeah.
Fair. You jam the oar down into the side of the creek bed, kind of through the little bit of ice that is formed at the edges here, down into the deep gravel underneath, and just lean all your strength on it like with everything you have to try to right this ship. And as the ship or the rowboat itself kind of turns and settles back into the current with all of your weight on that rudder, you feel a crunchy or a sickening crunch as it breaks in the riverbank from you doing so, but you do manage to get the ship in order. And as you spin back around and avoid the last set of rocks, I need one more check from Dusty, please. At this point, you guys are probably around this bend over here and moving quite quickly. Let's go! So Vikarl, no casting needed. As you are making your way towards the end, you can see this much slower moving water of the larger river out in front of you, and you know you just have to get through these last two large rocks that form almost a gate at the edge of the river. The water kind of funnels into them and raises up ever so slightly, so you try to catch the current. Dusty, Greg, you're just holding your busted ass fucking oar, and you think to yourself, hey, this is better than a table leg. Dusty, you lean on the rudder as best you can and just coast the boat right in between the two stones, leaving barely a couple inches on either side as you just catch the current and come out onto the smoother waters of the much larger river here and kind of settle out the boat. At this point, you're still rotating ever so slightly as you kind of just catch the current, but you are now slowly floating down the much calmer waters. However, you are down one oar.
Mm-hmm.
Or nor.
If ever there were a time to not let me do things like that, it probably would have been that time.
But did we
However-
die, though?
No, you're right. We didn't.
He's gonna look back to Greg, look at the oar. We're gonna steal an oar and say that one somebody else's. I ain't paying for that oar.
Hey, it's better than having to pay for the boat.
Exactly. You know they're
Indeed.
gonna mark up the ore price anyway. They were not paying for that. No.
Might almost be worth it to just go to the woodworker in town, get her to make an oar. Probably be cheaper.
In fact, you gather she probably has some ready to go, being this is very much a port town.
That is a great idea.
Sure.
Okay. As you guys kind of just slowly drift down the waters, you do see kind of ahead of you, just on the horizon, the beginning of Rook's Bay. As you're slowly making your way towards it, you guys kind of come out into the slower, more tidal water. There are currently waves breaking gently against the shore, but you're able to kind of, for the most part, push out into those. I have to ask, with only one oar, how are you controlling this boat?
Fuck.
Very carefully.
Dusty's gonna open the bag, and he's gonna. All right, little one, you seem to be, as we now know, fucking amphibious. So,
Yes. What's that mean?
what do you reckon? Just like maybe tying you, letting you drag the boat with you a little bit. Thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, she is stronger than you, in theory. She's a small creature, but that is doable. I would say it takes a pretty big check from her, but it's possible. It's kind of big, but maybe I can do it.
Well, I mean, someone will be rolling behind. Make it a little easier on you.
I'll take the other oar from Vicarl and try to like a canoe type deal.
Paddle on either side. I mean, yeah, I could try. Yeah, see what we can do.
If you see anything in the water that looks like it wants to eat you, come to the side of the boat and we'll get you back on here.
Okay. You guys begin paddling your way out to sea, and I need someone to roll me a d6, please. Any one of you. Does not matter.
D6 rolls incoming from everybody.
I'm taking the first one. That would be a 2. Okay.
I'm gonna do it for the lulz.
2, 3, 3, 4.
Okay. So as you guys kind of make your way out onto the waters, you come out, you see the cliffs beginning to rise up to the north of you along the shoreline. And then I need each of you to roll me a wisdom saving throw as you hear this mellifluous voice carrying on the air over the waves somewhere up in the cliffs to your right.
I'm gonna use a luck point on that. Thank you.
Okay. You just hear this lovely, alluring song just emanating from somewhere on the cliffside, drawing you towards it. Oh my god. Okay.
Not
I'm
a
really
0.
horny all of a sudden.
So as the
What a good luck point.
as the three of you hear this, you all immediately at the same time, almost in unison, Vicarl, you watch this happen, being the only one who is able to resist.
Thank you for the advantage, Kayla.
That's an 8.
So, as you all make your way out onto the waters, Vicarl, you watch as Dusty, Xechas, and Greg all immediately turn their head to the north, seemingly transfixed by this song you're hearing emanating into your ears, and almost instinctually, without thinking about it, you see Dusty lean on the rudder and begin turning the boat under Violet's control up towards the north, towards the source of this voice, kind of traveling now just perpendicular to the coastline, being drawn ever closer towards it. I want you to roll me a perception check, please, Vicar.
Go.
Hey, you want pizza?
Hey, you want pizza?
12.
Okay. About 200 feet away, in one of the high perches on the cliffside, you see a pair of brightly colored orange and red wings folded around what appears to be a beautiful woman singing gently into the air, her voice carrying completely across the waves. And all three of you are now charmed and incapacitated. All you are trying to do is guide the boat towards the harpy singing on the cliffside. And that is where we will take the break for today. So, everybody, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see y'all soon, and we're going to see how the party, specifically Vicarl now, deals with handling this particular situation.
Is that you, Carol?
We will see y'all in 10 minutes. Don't go nowhere. If you need to take a pee, go get a drink or whatever, I guess you can do that. That's fine. That's okay. We're going to run an ad, so, you can hide away from the Bezos for a little bit. We'll see y'all soon.
About to look up how to be a
Hello,
Canadian.
everybody. How to be a Canadian? Apply for refugee
I was gonna say
status.
refugee.
Step 1. We're taking you. But welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good break. Sorry about the ads, but we gotta give Big Daddy Bezos his due, or he's like big angry. If you want to check out our merch shop, there we got some pretty cool loot for you to pick up if you're interested. Otherwise, let's get back into things. So, when last we left off, the party had made their way back onto the waters of Rook's Bay. However, they were not long at sea before 3 of the party members were, shall we say, enthralled by a strange song carrying over the waves, somewhere towards the cliffs in the north. And as Dusty very subtly leaned on the rudder of their rowboat to steer it up towards the north sound, it became clear to Vikarl that the rest of your party is seemingly transfixed by whatever the source of this wondrous singing is. Even to you, it sounds beautiful, and you kind of have to steel your mind against it, but you gather that you've managed to avoid the charm that seems to have carried through the rest of your party members, as the boat is now steering. And you guys can all see yourselves on your little boat down there, right? Right down there on your little boat. Look at you guys on your little boat. So tiny.
We need Vikarl and Greg.
Vikarl is muted.
I'm here.
Go ahead and put yourselves in or around the boat. So at this point, we say after you guys have made your way up, the harpy that you can see with the kind of bright red and orange feathers is about 100 feet up on the cliff and about 120 feet away overall in distance. So it seems quite far, as the boat is now just steadily moving in their direction. As you're kind of taking in the sights before we have everyone re-roll their checks. Vikarl, what are you thinking? What are you doing?
I'm definitely squaring up the harpy on the cliffside for sure.
Say roll me a nature check.
Up, come on.
Or history, whichever one you're either proficient in or prefer.
They're both 0. 11.
You don't know a lot about these creatures. You haven't spent a lot of your time in coastal regions, having grown up most of your life in the deep forests of Fellarun. You do know you've heard of harpies, but you're not entirely sure what their powers entail. But it seems like your party have all shifted their attention right to it, and she's just standing there singing, luring your group closer and closer to them. I need everyone in the party to make me a wisdom save, please. Except Vikarl. Oh, those for Violet. Violet cannot be affected. Violet's just doing... Yeah, she's just doing as you told her and pulling the boat while you're casually steering it. Okay. Greg, you kind of snap out of whatever trance you're currently in. And you see Vikarl staring up the cliffside at this strange winged creature. Meanwhile, Dusty and Xechas, you are both still firmly under the control of this creature. And Dusty, you're just continuing to steer the boat ever closer.
Wait a second, I hate my ex-wife!
Me too?
God. At that point, I will say the boat...
Do I notice that... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. What's the speed?
I was just going to say, do I
boat?
see that the other 2 are goofy?
Roll me a perception. Oh, yeah. You mean your party. Yes. I thought you were talking about the other harpies. You do. You see Vikarl and Xechas, or not Vikarl, Dusty and Xechas are both like eyes locked on these creatures. You see Dusty is clearly steering the boat towards it and urging Violet on to continue pulling the boat.
Could I slap Dusty?
You sure can. Roll me a melee attack. Vikarl, you have disadvantage.
Oh, damn it.
Zach did
14?
Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
Okie doke.
Unfortunately, as you go to swing, the boat kind of rocks over a wave and your swing just goes a little wide and you aren't able to hit Dusty on that one.
No.
Xechas is still just sitting in the boat, eyes wide.
Can
Hey,
I?
what are you guys doing?
Can I shake? Can I try shaking Xechas?
You want to try to knock him out of his
Xechas
trance?
isn't steering the boat.
Go ahead.
I know, but my friend is unsettled.
You grab him by the shoulders and you shake him with all of your might, and it has
Come
no
on, buddy.
effect. You gather if they're going to be shook out of it by anything, it's probably going to need to hurt pretty bad. As you shake him, he's kind of just like a Xechas bobblehead.
I like raise a hand and I go.
Go away. I'm
I
going
just
to get
can't.
my dick wet.
It works. We finally have an answer. 23 sessions in.
Well,
His dick
time to test
works.
this out.
You try to shake him,
Science.
and he just tells you to leave, like, literally just mouth agape. Zach, roll me a D100, please. Exclamation point D100. This could get really interesting really fast. Okay, it's 20. There's just a light snowfall that has begun to kind of fall here over the waters of Rook's Bay. These snowflakes ever so slowly just like casually drifting down and then occasionally catching a gust of wind and kind of twirling back. But overall, it's a fairly calm day. The water is still kind of as tumultuous as you've come to expect from Rook's Bay at this point. Yeah. Nothing seems to happen that turn.
Looking at this cliffside, is it sheer up?
Yep. Basically sheer rock with these outcrops where you can see the harpy still standing there, just continuing her song.
I'm just gonna
Can I
keep
try
an
what I
eye
tried
on the
again?
harpy until we get to the cliffside, at least close enough that I can confidently touch the cliffside.
Okay. As another few seconds go by, the boat gets another 30 feet closer.
Can I try it again?
Yeah. You can try to
I
slap
would
him as many times as you want.
I would like to go into a rage.
Do I get my initials?
Hmm?
So do I get my initial chance save before he slaps me?
yeah,
true.
It would be at the end
Chance
of
every
your
turn.
turn, technically. But I kind of want to see him slap you. Actually, I'll say this. I mean, your dex is definitely higher, Dusty, I'm guessing. So yeah, I would say you'd probably get your check. Go ahead. Okay. Dusty,
Do
as
I
you...
do it?
Yeah, go ahead. As you kind of feel yourself leaning on the rudder, you snap to and you look up on the cliff and you see a harpy. You're very familiar with these. They exist very commonly here on the coast. You
You see
kind
a
of...
Greg who
Greg's like about
Greg
to
is
fucking
rearing up.
slap the
He's
shit out of
in.
you.
Wait. I'm good again.
Same thing. You kind of snap out of it and look out onto the cliff above you and see this orange and red feathered harpy singing loudly. And as you all snap to and begin to kind of move about the boat more frantically, I want you all to roll me another wisdom saving throw as another voice picks up on the wind further along the cliffs.
Come on.
You only become
Alright, I'm
immune to that harpy's song. There you go.
I'm gonna luck that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Please. Fucking dear God. I'm gonna kill myself. It was
Okay.
exactly the same.
So here's an important question. The three of you all hear the voice and a third one beginning to carry down as well, and you all steel yourselves against it as best you can. You all watch as Greg Johnson turns, once again transfixed by the voice coming from the cliffside. Greg, I will ask you this, because there's a condition to this. On your turn, if you're not within 5 feet of the harpy who is currently enthralling you, you do everything in your power to move closer to it. What does that look like to Greg Johnson?
immediately jumping off the boat.
Shit!
Like immediate, like full swan dive off the boat, dude.
Okay.
Oh shit!
You see
no,
ice
no.
flows further ahead in the water, and you all watch as Greg Johnson just jumps and right into the water, swimming towards these ice chunks that are like every time a wave travels under them, are rocking and clacking together with enough force to not only destroy your boat, but to easily kill a man. What's up, Greg?
So that leads me to my question, though. Does the cold water hurt Greg?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Like Carl, you have advantage from Kayla. Thanks, babe. They're gonna need it.
Fuck on!
Okay.
Oh no!
No, not at all. He's perfectly fine. The warmest cargo shorts in A. Jesus Christ.
You jump in, but in your current state with this focused on your mind, any pain or shock that you would take from the water is negated entirely by your sheer desire to get up to that beautiful voice singing at you from the cliffs above. And you all watch as the feet of Greg Johnson disappear beneath this ice flow ahead of you guys as he just dives into the water.
As he's swimming away, can I attempt to reach out and thwack him with my walking staff? Because that's literally the only thing I have in my hands.
I will say, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Because he jumps immediately. You guys are still shaking off the effects and trying to resist the call as Greg just jumps and splashes into the water.
That's
21.
Okay, I'll say you're able to just barely whack the back of his leg with it. Make me a melee attack against him.
With the staff, which is only a +2.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20 and add 2 to it.
Sure.
That's a d29.
That's a D29.
Nope.
Yeah, you do not hit. The staff just swings through air and water as the splash of Greg Johnson. Greg, let's just drag your mini. What's your movement? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Probably reduced because you're swimming. So we'll say at this point you are currently under that ice flow, swimming towards the voice. You just jumped right in the water. And with that, I would like everyone to select their minis and roll initiative, please. As we are currently in a combat.
Put myself upright.
That's 1 harpy. That's 2 harpies.
Wow. Pretty low initiative for everybody, huh?
3 harpy.
Ooh.
Is everybody rolled? Everybody's rolled. Oh, hey, the sort button's just a button now. I like that. That makes me feel good. So first up in the initiative order, we actually have Dusty. You see as Greg just disappears underneath. You see all 3 of the harpies are singing in unison. You're not sure which one it is he is being drawn to. He just disappeared under an ice flow in front of you. What are you doing?
As much as I would love to take this turn, I believe you are first.
Why?
You got a 21 on my screen?
You have a 24 on my screen.
I have a 14 on mine.
Oh, I see the problem.
Yeah, it does.
I see the problem. You're all in there twice.
Oh, not for me. Weirdly.
Okay, so Dusty's... Yeah, because you... Oh, that is... Yeah, there's 2 of you. You just rolled a 7 both times. That's the second time you've rolled a 7 in combat. Xechas, what did you have? 16?
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh,
good.
now I'm gone off of the turn order.
Yeah, I don't see you at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see me on the turn order at all anymore.
I fix you. You had 7. The thing did not reset after I finished. There's still drowned and shit on there.
Oh,
That makes
it
sense.
must just be the DM side, because for us it's just this combat. I only see the 3 harpies and then us.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, I was like, I would love to take
Right,
my
Carl,
turn.
what did you
But-
roll?
Yeah, that's why I was confused
8.
too. I was like, the 2 harpies were supposed to go first. What's happening?
Okay, yes, the 2 harpies are going first. We have it. We're good. Yeah, that was weird. I thought I reset it. Anyway, we're good now. So
Golden.
the harpy in the green is going to end her song and immediately just take off from a cliff about 60 feet above the surface of the water and immediately fly. What are their fly speed? 40 feet. So she went 50. She's going to go another 30 using her dash. That looks right. And she's just immediately takes off, these massive wings flapping in the wind, sharp talons trailing behind her, seemingly ready to grasp someone off the ship itself. The next one is going to immediately... Yes, Xechas.
What's its dex? We both rolled 16.
+1.
Mine's +3.
Okay, well, I mean, fair enough. There you go. Dude, from now on, it's just how it comes up in the initiative order, but go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. So the one that is... They're all singing, right?
Yep.
Is there any
The
way
green
to
one now,
tell
you said.
which one
She
got
doesn't. The
Greg
green
or
one.
no?
Well, the green one ended her song, and would say you're not sure. You see the other two still singing, and he's kind of going in
Okay.
that general direction.
Sounds good. There's only one that I have in range anyway, so I'm going to hit the one that's up here with a firebolt, probably. No, I'm
What's
going
the
to
range
lightning
on it?
launch it.
What's the range on it?
90 feet.
I don't know if you'll be able to reach her. She's quite high in the air.
What about a 120 on a firebolt?
That
I'm going to
would
try
be-
the lightning launcher because I don't actually know, and if it is a disadvantage roll, then so be it.
Sure. I'd say disadvantage on it.
Okay.
Because she's 75 feet away and easily 100 plus feet up.
Ah, roger that.
Oh, it's
Still
high
gonna
up
try.
there.
Oh yeah, these are very high cliffs.
Yeah, 11. Not good.
No, the lightning just kind of arcs off and hits the cliffside next to her. She does take note of the person launching lightning at her, but as far as you can tell, it was just out the side or out the range of your effective range. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, that is all. I was hoping to
Okay.
smack her, but
Next up is this one, who is going to go... let's go 60 feet that way, and then she's immediately going to fly out another 20 feet that way using all her action. She is still actively singing at this point. Greg, you feel you can, I'd say under the water you can still hear the singing, but it's not as localized, so you're going in the last direction you saw them, I'd say, for now.
Gotcha.
That will be her turn, however. Dusty, you're up.
Well, these things are getting close, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna pull the musket off my back, and I'm gonna fire at the one that's closest to us, I guess.
Okay, the weather's not
It's
bad
fun.
enough that it's affecting your rifle at all.
Perfect. Bow. And he's gonna tell Violet to strike it.
19 will hit. Violet is currently underwater pulling the boat.
Do you not have her head up?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I'd say. Kind of hard for her to do much tied to the boat in the water, but I'll say she can still enhance your strikes, yeah.
Perfect. We did. 10 total.
Nice. Okay.
3 of it force if it.
You raise the musket trying to hold yourself steady. You're lucky the weather's not too bad, or you would be rolling at disadvantage on a moving boat over the waves, but the water's just calm enough to not really affect you. You line up your rifle or your musket and you fire. The crack kind of resonating out over the empty ocean. You see the harpy kind of take the hit in the shoulder and spin awkwardly to the side before she regains her balance, and then there's a very familiar purple from out of the wound. She seems very unhappy about that. Anything else? Keeping in mind at the moment, Violet is your only means of propulsion.
Yeah, he's gonna tell Violet. Technically, I can move her, correct?
Yes,
To
you
get
can
her-
can have her tow the boat.
Okay. With her movement, then Dusty's just gonna say right, and jerk on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Decides to try to move it,
I got it.
kind of in this.
Where'd she go?
Oh, right here.
Violet disappeared.
Holy shit, she moved so far.
Turn right. There we go. The boat begins turning ever so slightly right. I will say it moves a little bit along too. There you go. Kind of pull up alongside the ice flows. You see Greg is still just underneath. You can see him just through the top of the ice a little bit.
Try not to smash into these icebergs.
Yup. Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn, or is that it?
That's all I got.
All right. Vicaro, what's your dex?
My dex is a +2.
Okay, you go before the harpy. Go ahead.
Gorgeous.
What are you doing for your turn?
Alrighty, Vicarl is going to look around frantically and just stepdad first, and I'm going to jump. And right before I hit the water, you all are gonna kind of see the water start to cling to me and create almost little pustules, but they harden first, and barnacles cover all over me. I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on myself with an action as I jump in, and then bonus action, I'm gonna transform into a giant octopus.
Okay, you just...
And so, whoosh, and what? I am a giant octopus with a very large hermit shell on my back, made of gross-looking barnacles.
I love it.
And pop. I'm just gonna start moving towards. Oh yeah, octopus. Sure. Where am I? This guy. There he is. Puss Carl. Whoop up.
Give me Puss Carl.
Moving.
Okay.
Moving towards him, and since I did all my things with my thing, there's nothing. Yeah, that's me. And I'm just...
Sounds good.
Can I?
All right.
Yeah, 60 feet of swimming movement, so I'm gonna actually interpose.
Okay, you're gonna get in between Greg and the harpy.
Burble.
Believe it was. I'm gonna put a marker on the one that is currently attracting you, just so I don't lose it. Granted, y'all don't know that. Okay, next up is going to be the kind of lead harpy who kind of drew you guys here in the first place. She is immediately just going to jump from the cliff and allow terminal velocity to just take her down in a vertical plummet. What's the falling speed? It's like 60 feet per turn, isn't it?
That's what they have it as, yeah.
Okay, so she gets about halfway down the cliff's height to about 60 feet above the water surface, and then her wings just sprawl out, and she kind of curves and just begins to catch the air current as she makes her way towards you. However, that would have been her whole turn to fall that distance and flap her wings out. She does not have any ranged attacks, so she too is going to continue just singing along as she was doing before, though she's starting to get the sense you're not all under her spell anymore. Next up, Greg Johnson. What do you got? You're just swimming under the water.
I'm just moving, right?
Okay.
I gotta keep going in the direction that I was going.
There is now a giant octopus in between you and your target.
I'm just gonna try to swim through the octopus.
Can I take a reaction shot?
Yes, I will say you can take an attack of opportunity.
Yes!
As he just weaves under and around your tentacles. You can thwack out at him.
Come on.
If you want.
Please. I'm gonna hurt stepdad. Please don't hurt stepdad. I'm not gonna hurt stepdad. That's a 7.
Nope. You feel one of the tentacles swing at you, but you move we'll say about half your movement because you're just swimming, and then roll me a wisdom save at the end of your turn as you now begin to feel the icy water truly beginning to have an effect on you.
Absolutely.
You are still just transfixed on this voice, and where you last started moving towards it. You continue under the water, holding your breath as you do so. You let me know when you want to break. I'm guessing you'd break the surface around here, but you're just kind of swimming under these massive ice flows, drawn to this song. Hell yeah. Okay, next up is going to be this harpy, who is now almost at ground level. She's going to fly 40 feet that away. She doesn't really have much to do beyond that. She can get to your boat, but she's going to hold off. She kind of flies and then rights herself and hovers a few feet above the ice towards you, still singing. No, she broke her song. Now just staring at you all menacingly. You hear her say in this almost shrill voice, "You will all die here!" and just kind of maintains her position there and readies herself for next turn. Xechas, you're up.
I just at her shrill voice after
Very-
hearing such a nice singing
yeah,
voice. It's very shocking.
Contrasting, non-angelic voice here.
It does not say on crampons if it takes how long it takes to put them on. Is that an action to don them?
It's more than that. It takes like a good amount of time. You physically have to tie 2 of them onto your feet using the straps to make almost a sandal out of it. That takes a little more than an action. Probably take about 2 minutes altogether.
Well, fuck that. I am going to. I would really like to be on the ice, but maybe not. Okay, I'm going to. Which one you said this is the main one here? The one that dove off the cliffs?
Seems to be, yes. She seems to be the larger of the 3.
Is she much down closer to the
about
surface
60
of the water now?
60 feet off the surface of the water, still in the air.
Okay. Oh, curses! I don't have it prepared.
Maybe closer to 40 because she kind of arced downwards. So we'll say 40 feet.
Okay. I'm going to lightning launcher her.
Okay.
Yes, because I don't have catapult prepared.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Nope. Same roll. 11.
Okay.
Not bad.
This time, as she unfurls her wings and begins to control her ascent or her descent, you fire the lightning launcher at her from your wrist and watch as the lightning just crackles across the air towards her, and she quickly barrel rolls out of the way, just doing a full corkscrew, and it skirts right past her, slamming into the wall behind, kind of chipping away some ice and rock as it does so. And she's just continuing her path towards you.
Dust.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to cover my ears and end my turn.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've saved from all 3 of them yet.
No, the other one was singing, but out of range, as far as you could tell.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to plug my ears and, yeah.
Okay, with
my
that
turn.
being said, Esty, I believe you shot this one already, right?
Yeah, the blue one.
So... Ooh, just not enough fucking... Nah! Unfortunate. Okay, she is going to instead go... She makes a pass around the boat using her action to sprint, kind of, again, unfurling the wings and creating this wide arc around your boat to kind of come in from the backside and come in from behind and take you guys that way as best she can. That's her whole turn, though, however, to do that. She's still looking towards you as the wings are just loudly flapping in the air. Dusty, what are you doing?
I think,
being taken from behind.
watch out for the back shots!
Oh, God. Not the back shots.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
As I'd like to think he shoots, starts to reload everything, and as she starts flying, he just kind of and fucking turns around and aims right back at her. He's
Okay.
like, God damn it.
Go ahead and take your shot.
First thing first, as he's turning,
Mhm.
he does the claw across his eye as it says hunt in Draconic, and his eye's gonna start glowing red as a mark appears above her.
Okay.
As I cast Hunter's Mark,
Fair. Easily done.
which ignore that. I just had to do that to get my spell slot out of the way.
Valid. Go ahead and roll
And
your
I'm gonna
attack.
shoot.
All right. 20 will hit.
Goody one.
20 will
If
definitely
she
hit.
can still infuse, I will infuse.
She can.
So that's 2d6. For 24
Okay.
total,
As
4
you,
of which is force.
you kind of annoyed turn to face this harpy, raising your musket to the sky. You lock on as best you can, kind of anticipate the shot and pull the trigger. You feel the gun kick back against your shoulder, the kind of emanate, and you see just a poof of feathers as you hit the harpy square in the chest, and her wings just kind of flap together as she into the frigid waters below. You easily exceeded enough damage to kill her on the second shot that you hit her with. Damn. Okay.
Holy shit!
That bitch got
That's
the-
max damage.
Yeah, no, that was
two off of
that
total
was
max damage.
really, really good. You watch as like she just tumbles from the sky in a twirl of feathers and wings and just whoosh, crashes into the frigid waters. Greg. Hello, Greg.
Go away for 30
Hello,
seconds.
I'm
and
temporarily
Voros has had a
Greg.
sex change.
Hi, baby darling.
Yeah, you feel the
What am I
hold
doing?
that this harpy had on you slip away as she is blasted into oblivion. That's it for now, but you feel yourself come to your senses as whatever mythical hold she had on you is released. Dusty, anything else you want to do on your turn?
I think after that he starts to reload and then looks back forward. I think it was the green one, right? That talked.
Yes, she's currently just hovering about 20-30 feet or so above the ice and water.
He just looks up and goes, "Next."
Valid. Anything for Violet and the boat?
He's gonna have her going right. He said right, so she's just trying to turn right.
Valid. Have her turn.
He is trusting that
The whole
Vi-
boat moves.
Puss
another
Carl
3
has
feet.
this.
Puss Carl, you're hoping. Okay, sounds good. That'll be it for you then. Vite Carl, you're up. You see
Alrighty.
Greg Johnson kind of stop what he's doing under the ice and give his head a bit of a shake and then realize that he is in fact underwater in the frigid depths of Rook's Bay currently. He begins panicking a little bit. Actually, I'll say definitely Greg. Please roll me a Constitution saving throw. It'll be on your sheet on D&D Beyond.
Okay, let's see. D&D Beyond. You said a Constitution?
Saving throw, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
21.
Greg
Okay.
does not begin panicking completely, kind of snaps to as he realizes he's underwater and holds his breath still and doesn't begin panicking and inhaling a bunch of ocean water. So, Fight Carl, what are you doing?
I kind of see him. I honestly probably not even notice mostly that it's just, I'm like, stepdad's fine. Stepdad's got that stepdad strength. I'm going to, as an octopus, shoot down 20 feet. And then with the rest of my 40 feet there, I would like to shoot upwards into the air. 40 feet of movement from the ground, wherever it takes, just shoot upwards and reach out towards the harpy.
I'm going to say roll me an athletics check to breach the surface of the water that effectively.
Yes. Go,
A universe
athletics.
first, an octopus breaching like a whale.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like,
Yes!
this doesn't really
This
happen
is
that
incredible.
much. But...
Let's see it. 15.
kind of pull yourself out from under the ice and your tentacles like kind of trying to get as much purchase as you can on the ice, and you manage to launch yourself out of the water, just not quite high enough to get her. I'll say you'll be in range to maybe whack her with a tentacle, but that's about it.
I like the I like a smacking.
And it's going to be a disadvantage because you are having to fully extend the length of your tentacle to do so.
Fair,
How they
fair.
like bring their tentacles and then push them back and it propels them forward. I just imagine him doing that really fucking hard to try to.
Yep,
Yeah.
straight up.
Disadvantage. One more. Let's see. Okay.
You do have advantage from
Disadvantage
Kayla
21.
if you haven't used it yet. I don't know if you did or not. You could
No, I
use that to
didn't.
cancel out the disadvantage. Either way, you hit.
I don't think
I'm
it
looking
matters.
pretty.
It doesn't
21
matter.
to 22.
You're good.
Whoa.
So 7 bludgeoning damage.
Pop, pop.
She, as you kind of reach out, you just thwack as hard as you can towards her with your tentacle, kind of catching the bottom end of these jagged taloned feet as she looks down. You're fast!
Does the octopus grapple with its hits?
It
That's
does.
that's
Although you did just say smack it. Can
Yeah,
I?
you
can I,
didn't.
like,
You didn't
a
get
little-
high
Okay.
enough to really wrap around and pull, just enough to get the hit initially.
Just the tip.
Suction.
Imagine
Just
an
the
octopus
tip. Just a
just
little
jumps
tickle.
out and then she just fucking yoink like a unit. Fucking Looney Tunes.
That's what I was trying to do. Just like grab her.
Yeah.
You're coming with me.
Oh
Oh
man.
no. Okay. This
I'm gonna try it
harpy
again next time.
bear is going to fly forward and
Deep
down We'll say that uses about the 40 feet of her movement to go on an angle like that. And Vite Carl, you're now currently above and like half hanging on the ice. So she's going to make a pass at you. Get in with range. They are within range there. And she's going to just claw you with both claws. So 2 attacks coming at you. It's a 9 to hit. I don't think that hits an octopus. And a 5. Wow! Cool! I suck! You just manage to shrink out of the way at these as these massive taloned feet just come towards you, almost trying to scoop you up off the ice. She will, however, miss and just continue on to the other side of you. As she does so, she kind of turns and readies herself for another round of attack, but that will be it for her this turn. Greg Johnson.
Hello, it's me, Greg Johnson.
You are currently under a big broken piece of ice. You can kind of see the edges of it from where you are, but you are submerged under about 5 feet of water, just looking up at a solid surface above you. What are you doing?
Okay. Is there any way I could maybe try to swim upwards and like strike at the ice above me?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Roll me an attack. Just fisting your way through the ice.
Alright, so that would be just like an unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike, right on the big old block of ice. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage on that one. You just, as hard as you can, punch upward with all your might. You're not gonna be, distracted by having to swim around this shit. No, you just swim up,
6.
punch your hand as hard as you can, and you see the ice just crack from the middle in like a spider web and just begin drifting apart. It's not super thick, mind you. It's still ocean, so it hasn't grown to the point it's ludicrously thick. So you manage to crack it and see the pieces begin splitting apart, and you swim up and you finally breach the surface. You gulp in a lung of fresh air. And find yourself surrounded by rather large chunks of ice at this point that seem to be floating away in various directions.
Okay, the real Greg Johnson will be back momentarily.
There you go. That's fair. Thank you for joining us. Everyone, big thanks.
Hang on, let me... Wait. Camera, there it is.
Amazing. And now we have Biden's big naturals on screen. That's even better. Oh no!
Biden naturals.
Okay, that's it for Greg Johnson. All right, next one is the lady.
Sorry about that, boys.
You're good. She is going to fly around this way, and while she does it, you begin to hear her pick up another song. Now within range that it actually affects you. So I need everyone above. Actually, that's everybody, including Greg. I will say, as an octopus, you don't fall under the humanoid condition of being enthralled by them at this current moment in time. So we will have, yeah, we let you get diseases, but we'll say you don't quite count as a humanoid. So this is the gray area. Or I could have you roll at advantage if you prefer, but I think being that you're an octopus, it's probably fair to assume you will not be drawn to a harpy, though that would be funny.
They don't want to fuck you currently.
Fair. So
I'm
I need
outside
a
of their
wisdom.
fuck purview.
I need a wisdom save from Dusty, Xechas, and Greg Johnson when Greg Johnson gets back.
I'm plugging my ears. Does that do anything?
Roll with advantage.
Sweet. That helps a lot.
What if I have tinnitus from firing a gun?
Yeah. Nat 20.
Okay. So you feel no effect from the harpy's song, though you do notice Dusty's eyes kind of glaze over as he turns towards her, hands just at his side, completely in a trance as he fails the check. At that point, she's going to use the rest of her movement, the 10 feet. Oh, she's under the boat. Oh no. Oh god, what have I done?
And dives under the water.
Going to use the rest of her movement to swoop over and make a pass at Dusty. However, she is going to try to grapple you, and you are incapacitated. So you have no way of fighting back while under the condition of her spell. So she is going to we're going to have a roll a strength check to see if she can just pick you up on the drive-by. Yes. You all watch as the harpy, instead of trying to claw and damage Dusty, just swoops by and hooks her talons into the shoulders, picking him up off of the boat as she continues just ever so slowly along. Okay, I need to not select that. Dusty, I'm moving you over here.
Is there anything I can do as a reaction? Like try to grab him? No?
She did not pass through your range, and I will say you're currently plugging your ears, so how are you going to grab him?
True, I would have to let go of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Dusty, you're just lifted nonchalantly out of the boat, your hands at your side, your gun falls into the deck of the rowboat, kind of clattering to the ground as you are picked up into the air, and she does not have another action to dash with currently, but she has effectively lifted you off the surface of the boat by about 3 feet at this point and seems to be intent on carrying you away. But you, in your mind, are just enraptured by the beautiful voice and the journey you now get to go on with her. Xechas, you're watching all of this unfold. What are you doing?
Do I gather from past occurrences that hitting my friends is the only way to get them out of this?
You were not in a state to see anyone attacking anyone, so you're not sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm either going to shoot him or shoot her.
Your choice.
I have no idea. There's like something I can do to, like a roll I can make to...
No, you already rolled a check to see if you know what these are, and collectively the group was not at all aware of
I'm
them.
going to shoot at her, and I'm going to use magic missile, because it's a guaranteed hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damages.
4.
Back, boys. I'm so sorry.
You're all good. 4.
And this one, there's a little thing that pops up out of my arm, and it just like shoots like a firecracker.
Multiple magic missiles, though?
It's just first level.
At first level, doesn't it do 4? That's 3? You guys are the casters.
Starts at 3, I
magic
believe.
missile does 3.
3 missiles, so
Believe
yeah.
it first.
Unless that rolled
Why do I
all
have the
3 d4s.
Oh, it's part of my artificer class that I have the legacy magic missile. Always prepared.
Gotcha, and they made it so it's 1 in the new version.
It's still always 3. It's always been 3.
Yeah, the 2014 one was always 3.
Yeah, it always has been. To roll.
Sure.
I'm not sure how. That's
You
weird.
create 3 glowing darts of magical force.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, read our spells, boys.
I got none.
Easier for you being a barbarian.
Okay.
I just hit things.
So add another 2 to that. So 9 plus 4 is 13.
Okay. She's still actively in combat with you. She's still singing her song. There's nothing that interrupts that. And she still has her talons grasped firmly around. She does take the hit as the magic missiles at a short range right into her, and she kind of veers off to the side. You see Dusty kind of flop like a fish loosely in her talons as she does so, but it does not cause her to drop him.
Am I on?
All right.
Yes, you are
It looks
unfucked
like the one that
because
got moved.
just
Yeah.
JTB blew that one into a pile of feathers and death.
Awesome.
So
Sick.
she is out of the initiative order. Xechas, anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna move. Is she up above me now, or would I be in her range if I move to the back
She
of
is
the boat?
she is above you more than 5 feet. She has Dusty dangling about 3
Okay.
feet between her and the boat, and she is above that. So she's probably a good 6,
Okay,
7 feet in the air if we're taking Dusty's height into account on that one.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move like underneath Dusty
Okay.
to the
Fair.
back center of the boat.
He
That's
is still in reach. Like, he's about 3 feet up, so you could probably get a good
Yeah.
grasp on his hips or legs. That being
I use
said,
my action though, so we're
Yep.
good.
Dusty, you are up. I need you at the end of your turn to roll me a wisdom save. Because you are just floating happily. No, you're just chilling.
Oh,
This is
can't
exactly
roll
like
over a 10 today.
exactly like when we do the fucking goddamn harpy fight in Baldur's Gate hardcore mode. We die every
Happy
time. You're just
birthday to you.
You're contentedly just held in this creature's arms. You are unable to act. Does Violet do anything? I do believe she has specific...
She can take her
She
turn.
dodges.
You're
when
incapacitated.
When I'm
currently.
not incapacitated, she only dodges if I don't.
Mhm.
When I'm incapacitated, she moves on her own
Mhm.
in the act of protecting me.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So that would really, she would just be turning the boat to try to get
Continue
under me,
turning.
I guess.
Okay, we're going to continue to turn the boat. Got
At this point, we're spinning in a circle.
it.
Can I also yell out, Violet, I need help getting him back?
I mean, at this point, she's just going to turn right and turn you guys further away from the harpy, more or less.
Bring
She's
my
just
dad
trying
back.
to like
I need...
spin in a circle.
Bring me my dad back.
Honestly, if I'm thinking, she's gonna bite the rope. She just disconnect herself to try to get to me.
Okay, roll melee attack against the rope. As she realizes, as she's slowly turning the boat away from the harpy and its prey.
A 13.
A 13 will
3
hit the rope. 3 damage is not quite enough to cut through it entirely, but she begins chomping on
Just
it.
like, "Argh."
The rope begins fraying into pieces, and you gather another turn of that, and she'll likely be able to deal with it. Next up, Vikarl. You see the boat awkwardly turning in place, while Dusty's just limply hanging now, probably a good 3-4 feet above the surface of the waves, kind of just hanging limply in this harpy's talons. You can see she's being very careful to pick him up by like the straps of his bag and his jacket. She has not wounded him in any way.
This isn't her first time at the rodeo. I'm gonna go ahead and is this red harpy closer to me at all towards the ground or towards the water?
Yeah, she would have been almost at surface level at that point, I guess.
Fabulous.
And you're on the ice now, so you don't need to propel yourself out of the water. Like, you can probably reach her with your range.
Beautiful. I would like to try and get a full grasp on her. Whoop. Bring it, bring it, bring it. 16.
Let's see. 16 will hit. They have an AC 11.
Beautiful.
They're not very hard to hit.
So, I'm gonna need a DC target. Oh, it is a creature. It is grappled. It is grappled. DC 16 escape. So you are grappled now since it hit.
That's actually the
And-
bigger one. She has an AC of 13. My mistake.
Oh, blessed. So, and okay, so 5 bludgeoning damage. But as soon as I get her, as soon as I've got her in my slippery tentacles, I would like to just slowly roll over and go under the water.
Okay. You're grappling her into the water. Okay. The grapple's for sure, but to pull her underwater, I will need an athletics check for that.
Gotcha.
As you're actively
And-
forcibly trying to move her instead of just grappling her. She will roll
Come on.
strength against you, 16.
And can I use Kayla's advantage now?
Yes, you can.
Yes! Come on, please, please! Motherfucker.
Oh no.
Shit.
You begin pulling, and she's flapping her wings against you. Your tentacles are stretching almost as far as they can. I'll say you maintain your grip, but you're not able to pull her underwater this turn. She is fighting back too ferociously.
Burble. That'll be me.
Okay. It is her turn. As she's actively trying to pull away from you, as her turn drifts around, she's going to turn, stare down at you, and immediately fly that distance back towards you as you're pulling her, and she is going to take 2 attacks against you as well. It's an 11 to hit. I believe that will be a miss.
I misses.
And a 21 to hit.
That will hit me.
Okay, you take 7 points of slashing damage, and she turns and rushes back towards you with her claws down, one of them digging right into your side and the other going slightly wide as you manage to move yourself out of the way of it. Take 7 points of slashing damage as her claws just dig into your flesh.
And let's see if I keep my barnacle shield. I do.
Okay, you're
Whoop.
good. She doesn't have an action to try to break away from you, so she's just currently semi-grappled by your tentacles, but fighting back against you as she does so. Next up, Greg Johnson.
Okay, so do I still have that broken piece of ore?
You do. Also, your wife punched through the ice as Greg Johnson, and you're currently floating in a bunch of broken ice, just kind of in the water now, breathing fresh air, free from the spell of the harpy.
Cool. Is there like a solid enough piece of ice for me to like scramble up on?
Yeah, I'll say this one is still like close enough together, and there's some big enough pieces. Maintaining your balance after you attack or something might be a bit of an issue, but we'll have some rolls for that. But for now, yes, you can easily pull yourself up onto one of the bigger blocks of ice.
So I'm going to ask you, it's obviously an improvised weapon, but if I roll a broken ore like a javelin, and I'm trying to like toss the like broken piece at the
You are proficient in
Could I do that?
improvised weapons, so yes, I would say treat it as a javelin and throw it.
Fantastic.
It may do more bludgeoning
Harpy,
damage than piercing, but
that's fine.
At the harpy.
But yeah, I want to do it at the one that's.
You
right
see a
next to
very
it.
familiar giant purple octopus trying to pull the harpy into the water while she's clawing at him, and you just line up your javelin like an Olympic javelin thrower and step forward and throw.
I also want to be raging, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry. Can I say that too late?
You rolled a 10 anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I was going to do a frenzy since I was far away, if possible. But if I said it too late, I said it too
I will
late.
allow you to.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
To rage on that one. Are you taking a reckless attack?
Yeah.
Okay. You still roll a 10.
I still roll a 10. Doesn't matter. One under.
Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics or a dexterity saving throw. As you step to throw and shift your weight forward, you feel the ice lurch underneath you as you shift your weight.
I'm no longer incapacitated, right?
No, yeah, you are conscious and aware of your actions and everything.
Then I get advantage.
Okay, you managed to steady yourself on the ice enough not to fall in. But you kind of have to ready your grip, and the oar just kind of sails off into the distance towards the. I'll say she's low enough, fighting Puss Carl, that it would slide to a rest at the other edge of that ice. So it's kind of sitting right about there, just kind of half hanging off the ice.
Could I still use my movement, or was my movement to stay on the ice?
No, I'd say it took about half movement to get out of the water and onto the ice. So you still have about 15 feet.
Could I just jump over here beside and try to get within flanking?
Well, I'm
not
or
going to.
A dexterity saving throw if you're going to do that. Just as you're jumping and landing on a solid sheet of slippery ice.
Ooh,
okay, even better.
Good ones. 21.
Such a weird roll.
Whenever I click advantage on dex saves, for some reason it does that. I don't know.
Fair. No worries. You
jump just for con.
Land on the other sheet of ice. You kind of slide for about half a foot, but you manage to catch yourself and just steady yourself. The harpy is kind of fighting over towards the edge where this octopus is trying to pull her in. It's getting pretty cramped on here between you and the octopus, but you are managing to just maintain on it. However, it is now this harpy's turn. So she is going to... She only has half of her flight speed while carrying somebody. She's going to go 20 feet that way and 20 feet straight up. So probably about 25 feet off the ground now and about 20 feet away from you guys. Just holding Dusty.
Drop him!
Limply in her talons.
Put it down. Come on. Drop it.
She hears you yell, drop it. She says, I'll drop you a corpse. How about that? And just looks like she's continuing to fly up. And you're smart enough to kind of ascertain what the strategy she's going for might be at this point. It looks like she's, going to carry him to a very high place and deal with him. That being said, it's your turn as she responds to you. Just a limp Dusty just hanging in her arms like a fish.
All right, I need to knock some sense into him. I'm gonna cast magic missile again, but I'm gonna have one of them hit him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. Dusty, make me a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the 3 magic missiles. Okay, so the first one.
Just take the first one to hit him.
Okay, so 3. You take 3 points of force damage, Dusty, as you feel this pain erupt in your chest as this magic missile connects dead center. You feel the wind knocked out of your lungs, and you look up as you snap to it and see you are about 25 feet or so. If you're hanging at below her, she's 25, you'd be about 20 feet from the surface of the ocean, just dangling in this harpy's arms, her claws digging under your back straps and holding you up, digging into your coat, and just a little bit of meat on the shoulder. So she notices at this point you took the hit as well, as she's kind of blown side to side by the other two. She kind of rocks you, and you're just kind of swinging side to side at this point. She is still alive after the extra 6 damage you just put her on, but she's starting to look a little worse for wear at this point. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah,
on your
that's
turn?
me.
Okay. Dusty, you are now just hanging over the ocean with this harpy holding you in the air. What are you doing?
So as he's hanging there, he's gonna look up, and he's gonna say "hunt" again, as that mark appears and his eye goes red.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna reach down to his side, unbutton the flintlock, raise it up, and he's gonna say, "You should have grabbed me by my fucking legs." He points it up and tries to shoot her at point blank.
Roll me an attack roll. She's already looking pretty rough too. Like, this could do it.
Oh damn!
A 13 will hit her. She only
Will
has
it?
yeah.
Holy
The smaller ones have an AC of 11. The big one has an AC of 13. So you would have even hit the big one. So you
wow.
you should grab me by my leg, and you pull the trigger. You hear again, all of you, this resounding crack from the flintlock as the shot goes off, and you see yeah. Go ahead, roll your damage.
How high are we?
20 feet up.
20 feet?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm in infused strike range still.
Yep,
so I'm gonna
you
use
are.
that. So we got fucking Jesus Christ.
I don't know if it'll matter.
Is that with your hunter's mark damage too?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Hunter's Mark too.
So as you just raise the pistol, almost without even looking, you pull the trigger, and you hear just this death squawk as the harpy flails her wings out. You see the bullet tear through and rip out the other side, leaving a small trail of feathers in the air, and the harpy and you both begin free falling.
Squawk!
Yeah, that's all this.
That's a problem for next turn. At the moment, she's like got blown up by it a little bit, and she's about to start falling on her next turn. There's something for you to deal with after. Anything else you want to do? I'm guessing that was your action and your bonus, right?
Yeah, that's my action bonus. I guess. Honestly, Violet's probably just gonna. Well, no, she can't do that now because I'm not incapacitated.
Yep.
So now she can only move, so she's gonna move towards where I'm falling.
Okay, so you're gonna try to land in the boat?
Either that, or I think she's just instinctively trying to get to where I am
Okay, gotcha.
as best she can. So wherever that would put it.
Just a little more under this way. So you're gonna be at the edge of it. You can try to catch it or not. That'll be up to you. She's just trying to I gotcha!
Also, it made me realize, because that was max with the pistol, that I wasn't close to max
Not even.
yet with the fucking muscle.
Fair enough. Vikarl, you see the other harpy dispatched rather impressively, and you're currently just in battle with the one that's left. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and drag her down again.
Fair. Okay. Go ahead and roll me an athletics or strength check, I guess.
Hop up. Come on, come on. Up.
She rolled a 15.
Jesus Christ.
You just keep trying to pull her in, using all of your strength to do so, but her wings are too big and she is too strong to go down that easy, as far as you can tell. She just flaps her wings harder and harder, kind of almost beginning to pull you out of the ocean.
I'm looking over at Greg now, just...
All right.
That's me.
It's her turn now. She looks down at you. You'll be a tasty snack. And she is going to try to fly forward and grapple you with her claws the same way she did to Dusty. And she's going to try to grapple you and fly off. So another athletics check from you. She rolled a 6 this time. Fuck me. God fucking damn it.
Calamari.
These two just can't pull each other anywhere.
No, this just in a deadlock. You better roll low, my boy. What you got? Oh
my god, that
was
low.
Just strong enough. She tries to grab onto you with her claws and begin flying up, and you just manage to hold your weight down with your suction cups on the bottom of the ice, holding you in place like anchors. I rolled a 6, she rolled an 8.
Yeah, but that's after modifiers. You both rolled a 5.
That's hilarious. That'll literally be her turn. It was her whole action to try to do that. Greg Johnson, you're up. You see these two in almost like a tug of war, just going back and forth, trying to move the other one. What are you doing?
So I want to move to, like, flank, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Can I flank with
She
an
is
octopus?
currently at ice level, so yes, you can flank with the octopus. I'd say
I would...
you'd have to move. You'd just be, like, there, more or less.
Okay, cool. I would like to jump up and try to, like, wrap my arms around her wings to, like, wrestle her down onto the ground.
Okay, roll me an athletics check. That's just a simple grapple. She rolled a 19. Oh, now she rolls fucking good. God damn, can't flank with an octopus. Absolutely. Pinned. That's pinned.
You have advantage on strength check. Okay, so this would
You are
be
raging,
advantage,
yes.
right?
Yes.
24.
Damn! She rolled high, but not high enough. You grab your arms around her, squeezing as tight as you can, dragging her down to ground level until her talons are kind of half on the ice. One of them is still on Puss Carl, and she's just now kind of trying to resist. So since you both actively are grappling her at this point, any further checks you make will be at advantage for either pulling her underwater or maneuvering her in any way. That is your action to do that. Anything else you want to do?
Is it an action to give her a swirly?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would say swirly is an additional action.
Okay, then no, I'm good.
Okay, on this now dead harpy's turn, Dusty, you feel yourself aloft, and then as you pull the trigger, you feel that feeling cease, and all you feel is falling as you immediately fall as fast as terminal velocity will allow in 20 feet, and find yourself flying towards the water with this dead harpy just kind of floating down after you, her claws now having let go. Both of you are just falling. I'll say your turns for the sake, Xechas, just for the sake of the timing of this, since they're falling together, Dusty will have his turn at the same time as her this round. What are you doing, Dusty, to either mitigate this fall, catch the boat? What's your plan as you are now falling about 20 feet through the air over some pretty frigid water, which we all know you're not very partial to?
So in his head, because he knew this was gonna happen if he fucking killed her. If she dropped him or he killed her, he knew he was falling regardless.
Valid.
He just didn't want to fall from 100 feet. Instead, it's just 20 feet. I think he doesn't want to take the chance of plummeting through the bottom of a boat.
Yeah.
So I think he just kind of, you'll see as he starts to fall, he kind of just goes into swan dive.
Roll me an acrobatics check. Roll me an acrobatics.
He's trying to just make it as easy.
Nat one belly flop.
Please, nat one belly flop. I'd say a nat 2 would be a belly flop. Nat 1 is you're like over the edge of the thing, half your body in the boat and the other half not. Just like.
It's not great either, though.
You fall and you try to, as best you can, dive out of the way of the boat. Unfortunately, as you do, one of your legs is kind of flailing awkwardly. You're not able to get it in time, and you smack the side of your knee on the side of the boat. I will say, taking, let's just do a D8. You roll.
Oh, damn.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
My leg.
This is for the sheer constitution of your body. As you feel your knee crack into the hardwood side of the boat. Okay. You don't feel like anything is broken at this time, but you just took a really hard hit and you are going to be stiff and uncomfortable for at least a couple days after that one, but you managed to avoid any kind of major recurring injury. Yes, Ahas.
Is the boat okay?
Yes, the boat is fine. I will say the boat takes
Okay.
one single point of bludgeoning damage as a little tiny chip
Little dent.
chips out of the wood where Dusty's fucking knee hits it.
Oh my god.
That could have led to a broken leg, just so like you guys are aware, falling from heights will have negative effects if you hit hard
Sure.
enough.
Yeah.
But with only the 8
But
points,
he's a
you
cat. He
manage
always lands on his feet.
shrug it off as best you can, and probably just a sprain at worst.
See, it was my cat instinct. I tried to land on my feet, but it got in the way because I wasn't aiming for the boat.
Yep, your knee is going to be sore tomorrow. That is it for Dusty and the dead ass
Uh,
harpy.
If I'm doing Violet's turn at the same time, she would just try to go grab me.
Okay. Is she still trying? Did she bite through the rope, or did she give up on that? She can.
I don't think she got all the way through.
She's right next to you. She can grab onto you easy now. If you feel a pair of teeth, just grab the back of your belt and begin pulling you back towards the surface as you're a bit under the water. That'll be it for your turn. Xechas, you're up.
How's the last harpy looking?
She hasn't taken a whole lot of damage as it stands. They've just been grappling and pulling and grabbing each other back and forth
Okay.
as best they can. She's still looking pretty good, all things around. All things considered.
Okay, well, since she's grappled and restrained
Mm-hmm.
by the octopus.
She ain't flying nowhere.
I'll
I'll tell
say
you that
any
much.
attacks ranged or melee will be at advantage at this point.
I don't know if I want to lightning her because I might, zap my friends.
Your
Through.
level of intelligence, particularly knowing that the octopus is in the water, yeah, you think that might be a bad idea.
Hey, and Greg Johnson's soaked still.
He is drenched to the bone and freezing.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna firebolt her.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a ranged spell attack.
Greg grabs her by the back of the head and is like pointing her at Xeos.
Oh god,
17.
a 17 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage on her.
Come on. 2. Is she flammable?
No, unfortunately.
Darn.
She's also wrestling with a soaking wet octopus that's been wrapping tentacles around her this whole time, and Greg, who is also giving her a sopping wet bear hug. So even if she was, you gather she's cold enough for it to not be a problem. You do not take any damage from the cold water, by the way, Dusty. You just freezing
I just
cold in
meant
there.
I had to roll for
Hunter's mark, concentration, fair. Xechas, you see this
and then I'm
just kind of dissipate off of her.
And then I'm just gonna reach out, and as I'm going to grab Dusty to help him back in the boat next turn, I will hit him with Cure Wounds.
Okay, easily done. Next turn, Vicarl, you're up.
Or sorry, no. I want to do a bonus action heal, so I'm gonna do a healing word this turn. Don't do that.
Okay, Dusty, you are healed for 5.
More than that now.
Thanks.
Those were D8s that I rolled.
What are you supposed to roll?
D4s for a healing word.
Oh.
Because it's a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And I want to do that this turn.
Okay, you get 10 points of healing from Xechas, Dusty, as you're kind of breaking the surface. He's like beginning to reach down. You can feel some, a little bit of the healing energy coming off of him, and it recuperates your life points. Vicarl, you're up.
All right, third time's the charm. Let's try and go for a dip, shall we?
With advantage, because you're being assisted by Biden's big naturals.
Let's get Biden's going. That's an 11. One more try. Come on, please. Something big. That is a 13.
You just beat her by 1.
Just barely.
Just by 1. As you wrap more and more tentacles around her, leaving the last 2 underneath the ice holding on, use that as leverage to begin dragging her towards the edge. Greg, as she is being dragged, so too are you, as you are still holding on.
Sure.
You're just sliding across the ice. Are you going to let go before she gets pulled into the water? What's your plan?
Is she getting fully pulled in the water
Yes,
this turn? Or
that
could
is-
I like be on the side and still be holding her?
No, she is
Because I
getting
really do want to
fully
give her a
pulled-
swirly.
She's getting fully pulled in, it appears, by... I will say roll me a reaction for Swirly as she's going under. Just grab her by the back of the head and
Is that a
push her
buffoonery
down.
check?
Yes, that is a buffoonery check. I love... Oh! As the octopus is pulling in, you're like, wait! You grab her by the back of the head and just push her face into the water and just begin...
Loser! That's why. So Greg Johnson turns into a middle school bully whenever he rages.
She like pops her head up. She's like, I will kill you, friend. And then Puss Carl finish. You just, as the head is underwater, you wrap a tentacle around her throat and just using all your movement, swim straight down with her under the water. She's flailing around as she's doing so. Bleeding into the water, and she is alive. She can still hold her breath, but you are actively have now pulled her beneath the surface. The rest of you stand there as Greg lets go after saying loser and swirling this fucking harpy, and then you see the harpy just disappear under the waves in a shadow, sinking lower and lower and lower. So I will say combat's done for the rest of you for the time being. If there's anything you want to do in the meantime, go ahead. Yes.
I'd like to pick up my oar.
Easily done.
So seeing them roll into the water because I'm in the water.
Yeah, you
I'll
could look
probably
under
do
and
that.
see them sinking, yes. She's still struggling as she is doing so, but she's now about 20 to 30 feet under the surface of the water.
So I looked at the sheet. If we're still saying Violet's not used to swimming, right?
Mhm.
Or would you say she's gotten better at it?
She's gotten better. Say 30 feet.
Okay. I was gonna say I messed up the speed on that one thing. So the wormling's only 30 feet. The young one's 40. So with 30 feet, Dusty's just gonna lean over, take his claw, cut the rope, just go, get that bitch. He's gonna have her go underwater.
Okay.
I've got another question for you, real quick, if you don't mind. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I know you said you were gonna go in and take a look at it later.
Thanks, Capsule.
Did you ever look at the mastery stuff?
No, I have to
Change
go
it
in
to
and
the
do
old
that.
style?
I will be doing that probably tomorrow morning.
Cool.
If you're free, feel free to join me in Discord while we do it.
Okie
Sounds good. So Violet's not quite in range with the 30 feet, as like they went over this side, but she is just. Do you want her to use her dash as well? Does she have?
Yeah, dash over
Okay,
there.
so she does manage to get within striking range. You picked up your thing, so you're over here. So next turn she'll be able to attack and keep up with them swimming speed wise. Damn. Okay. Right, Carl, is that it for your turn? Just dragging her under the waves?
Yeah, baby.
She is going to struggle against you as best she can. You still have her actively grappled. She is going to try to break that grapple instead of attacking you. Nat 20.
Damn.
Nat 20 for a total of 21. If you can beat a 21, you can hold on.
You need a 19 to beat it.
Ooh!
Damn it! It rolled off a 7.
As you pull her about 30 feet under the surface of the water, she manages to break free of your tentacles while doing so, and begins swimming up as fast as she can, which is not very fucking fast, because when you have literal wings covered in feathers that are not, like, meant to be in the water, it's quite a feat. So she only manages to move about 15 feet away from you with her total movement, just pushing and struggling as best she can in the frigid waters. Fuck. Damn. Okay, Greg.
Poor arm.
Greg, yeah, she's like,
Sick.
you can see like a palpable fear. I'm saving that gift of advantage from Calfsong because I rolled a nat 20. No point in using it now anyway. I'll use it on my next roll. She's just actively trying to swim up as quick and as fast as she can.
After I grabbed the ore,
Mhm.
would it have been possible for me to have moved back to the edge where I was? Because I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
I didn't think about saying it.
Easily
Okay,
done.
cool. So I am like looking down, I would assume.
Yeah, you can literally see
Can
her
I
like
see? Yeah, okay. And so
clawing her way up
she,
through the water towards you as best she can. Terrifying looking.
about how close does she look?
She's about 15 feet away. She was about 15 feet
Okay.
or 30 feet down. She got about 15 feet back up. She was within 15 feet.
Could I like spear the broken ore down into the water?
To get to that depth, you would have to jump in after it. Like literally like diving
Okay.
spear towards her. But yes, I will allow it.
I can do that. I'll do that.
You want to watch as Greg just goes to the edge,
Wink
ready as
stab
his
into the
spear, and
ocean.
just,
Sure.
just straight
Well,
down.
so the question I have is, it says if with a javelin, and I don't know whether this is the new rules or old rules or what have you.
Those
But it
would
says if I
probably be
hit
the
with a
new ones.
javelin, I'm able to reduce a creature's speed by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Yeah,
the thing
that
I
is
can
that
do?
is the new rules, so that's not a thing that's written into
Okay.
the new ones.
Never mind then.
If it was a harpoon, I would say yes, but it is literally just a ore javelin.
Sure.
A broken ore.
It's a broken ore. It's not even a javelin. You are one with the squid,
fuck
Vite
it.
Carl. Vite Carl, you have inspiration from Capsule.
Fuck it, I'll jump in.
Go ahead, roll me an
Yes.
attack, and it's not at disadvantage for
Uh,
being underwater because you're using your momentum to go straight down. Very easily done. 23 will
I
hit.
would like to. Okay, but I'd like to, reckless, just in
You
case.
hunt the nat 20. Fair enough.
Oh,
No,
okay, not quite.
Either way, you hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alrighty. Ooh.
Okay. She is
Now-
still alive from it, but you jump.
Instinctively, there's a purple flash from under the water as they are still within 30 feet of Violet.
Fair? Okay. So as you jump down, you stab with all your might, driving your broken oar through the harpy's torso, kind of near the stomach. She's not dead from that yet. And then there's this poof, bright purple flash from within the wound. You see her kind of rock as she does so. Still flailing alive as best she can, trying to get out. And then you watch as the tentacles of Vite Carl just wrap around her and begin pulling her further and further down to the depths. So she's now impaled on your your javelin, unable to move.
Hell yeah.
Getting attacked by that and Violet. And as you, Vite Carl, sink to the depths with this harpy, you finally feel the last breath leave her. And then you realize that Greg Johnson is now with you, probably about 40 feet or so beneath the surface by the time this is done, with the fucking broken oar just jammed straight through the harpy, screaming, raging underwater as he recklessly attacks and risks his very life for the kill.
Can I sense how close to the ground I am? Like, is it a very, very deep where we are?
I mean, you're kind of near the cliff's edge, so it's tapering up ever so slightly, but like to the depths is probably another 40 feet or so.
I would like to, really quickly, 60 feet of swim speed. I would like to push all the way down so that the oar is impaling the harpy on the ocean floor.
You just stick
That
her
is
right,
suicide.
stick her right to the floor. You see Greg reaching for it as he begins floating back up and away.
Look at that, look down, look at that, look at... And I grab it, and then grab Greg and shoot up towards the sky.
Okay. And as they both break through the surface of the water, you all take stock and see that you have all not only survived this encounter, but seemingly have vanquished whatever these creatures were. And as you kind of look up, you can see on the cliffside a number of nests where it looks like they were either guarding or trying to bring food back to. You can see piles of debris and belongings left in kind of this massive pile on the cliffside. Yes.
Did I try to climb?
They're several hundred feet up and we're over our 3 hour mark. So as you guys look out and see all the potential loot waiting for you on the cliffside, riches waiting to be plundered as the three of you all float in the cold, cold water. Vite-Carl, Violet, and Greg, and Dusty as well, actually, still in the water. That is where we will call the session for today as you guys look upon what future loot might be, coming to you, should you be brave enough to go after it. And that is where we will call it for today. So I want to thank everybody for coming to watch, being a part of the stream, watching the harpy fight. That was really fun. I was very happy to get to do some harpies. I'm pretty sure Aves is playing Repo still, so we're just going to raid out to Repo. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, baby.
There we go. So, with that being said, it's highly fun. I highly recommend it. While we get that raid ready, I'm going to open up the floor to the streamers and the other peoples in the group. So, Vite-Carl, Ryan, why don't you take us away? What you got going on in the near future, buddy?
Nothing too wild. Gonna try and get my RAM figured out, get all my tech stuff figured out. Probably not gonna be streaming tomorrow, but you can probably catch me. I believe Kayla's doing Repo tomorrow. I can't remember. I think it was tomorrow. Yes. Make sure you catch me over there for sure. And I'll be playing with some Repo tonight with Aves, at least a round or two. So you don't worry. Even if I'm technically disabled right now, I'm gonna get my way on there somehow.
I respect it very much, sir. Next up, we got Dusty. What do you got going on, buddy?
Check out those music channels. I will be trying to upload things when I can. Obviously, recording's a little weird because I'm in the living room, but gotta find that time when I can. Otherwise, just be good people.
Hell yeah. And Chris, what about you? What are your last words for the people today?
Just don't forget, every corpse on Mount Everest was once a motivated person.
Don't be that guy. Hell's Corp, what about you? Any last words for the people?
I also am technically disabled.
There we go. All right. All that being said, we love you guys. We will be back next Monday to continue this adventure and see where our game takes us, guys. It was a good one tonight. I'm happy to have y'all here. In the meantime, if you haven't already and you would like to, swing into the Discord, hang out, we do stuff, we do fun shit. Swing by the YouTube, check that out, and last but not least, check out the merch store. This is fun shit. We got nice shit. This hat, right from there. Super cool. Very much like it. In the meantime, y'all be good to each other, love each other, you know the fucking spiel. I will catch you later, and you know how it be. I have been Rusty. These have been my friends, and you all have been awesome. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, I'm Rusty Tonics. Thank you again for coming by the stream or checking this video out on YouTube. It means a lot to us over here at the Apothecary, and it's always a pleasure to share our D&D games with all of you. If you're interested in catching them live, you can see us every Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern on Twitch, or every Friday after the stream comes out on YouTube on demand. Feel free to check it out, drop a follow, drop the subscription, or whatever you want to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified whenever our videos are coming out. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Keep being good to each other, and I'll see you next time.